So we finished up right when you guys had pushed back the ghouls. You had turned the ghouls and you pushed them back into the rooms and uh, pinned the doors with spikes, or closed the doors and spiked them shut. And uh, had opened up the secret door to the west in the wall. Hannah had peeked into it, and then we kind of left it at that.
Okay, let's let's drop some heals because I'm looking at the health meters, and Brian, you're hurting bad. Looks like you got
Yeah,
3 or 4 assholes leaking.
yeah. I can pop a potion if you want to hold spells.
No, I don't see a need to do that because hopefully we can go find a place to rest now, since we're beat to shit.
All right then.
All right, so I'm gonna drop a couple spells here, Wilson. Give me just a minute.
No problem.
The doors were spiked shut, right? Where the ghouls are at.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do we want to move on down the hallway a little bit before we do this and shut the secret door? Just in case?
Before I heal you,
Yeah.
because
Because
sure, we can do that.
we know the secret door only opens into that room.
Okay, so we're gonna go in the secret door area and
Yeah,
shut
just
the door
step through,
behind us.
shut the door, and then do the healing.
Okay.
Okay. Well, after you move into the room, you can see that it's a 20 by 20 room. Has a passage leading out to the north. And that passageway seems to be some sort of antechamber. It's got some obscene paintings on the walls. There's some upholstery on the furnishings. Looks like there was a couch and some other things, and then a door leading out the east of that antechamber.
What kind of door?
Wooden door, like all the rest you've seen so far.
Okay, so nothing nice or anything like that. That might lead you to believe that it was going to like a bedchamber. Or...
No. In fact, before the antechamber, there is a door as well. I should make these doors white so I can see them on the map. I'm trying to use my map instead of the one that I should be using. That's the old white and grid one, which makes this pretty obvious. So, to get into the antechamber is a door, and then it's like it's a long rectangular 10 by 20 room with a door in the northeast corner, and both the doors look the same.
Okay, so just to be clear, you're saying there's 3 different entry points for this room: the secret door and 2 other doors.
In this room itself, only in that room, there's secret door and door to the northwest. That northwest door leads to the antechamber, and then there's a door on the east wall at the north that goes out of the antechamber.
So we're in the antechamber or no?
Yes, you said you were. Well, you didn't say you were looking. I was explaining what was there because Brian just assumed it was a 20 by 20 sealed room, and it's not.
Okay, so we're in that room, and it's not. There's some sofas, some stuff for us to sit in, and there's a secret door and 2 other doors in that room.
There's not 2 doors in. It is a 20 by 20 room, has a secret door in the east wall, has a door in the northwest wall.
Okay.
In that
the west
room.
side of the north wall is what you're.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
And that
right.
leads.
Yeah, so there's a door on the north.
Okay. All right, now I'm casting heals.
I figured it was a hallway. I figured it was just a long hallway. I just didn't want to. When he starts healing, I didn't want his ghouls to be unturned and come busting out again.
He hasn't been holding his turn since you guys. I mean, he hasn't pulled out his holy symbol and sits there and hold it. They're out of sight, anyways. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to have a player map for you guys. I'm not going to put creatures on it. I'm just going to use it so you guys can have a point of reference.
Are you going to put an icon to represent the party?
I can just draw a line where you're at.
That's fine.
Let's see. We'll put circle. The
By
map
way,
is
I've done
already
everything else.
okay. The map is already shared, so you guys could have looked at it if you knew what you were doing by clicking on the images and then seeing it. The orange circle is the room that you're in. You should be able to. I'm hoping you can recognize the rest of the shit based on the descriptions I gave, but I don't know. Maybe. We'll try that for a while. So, in the room that you're in, it has a stench very similar to the ghouls that you were fighting. That had that really strong, stinky smell that made some of you sick. The walls are plastered and painted with scenes of evil, various like sacrifices being performed and that sort of thing. There is the rotting remains of a large bed, 2 couches, several carved chairs, and all the chairs and furniture are broken down. I mean, the bed is just laying on the floor itself. The whole room reeks horribly. There are bones tossed here and there, and a partially eaten carcass of some sort on the floor in the south wall.
Freshly eaten?
Are you going to examine it?
Sure, why not?
It is definitely been eaten on. Recently or not, you can't really tell because it's rotting and it's, pretty ripe. But you can see that the head is still there and it's got the familiar pig nose face of an orc. It's about half eaten.
You,
And this orange, the orange room you have circled, that is the antechamber that we're in now?
No, that's the room.
That's the room we're in.
Yes.
Okay. And the antechamber is where?
Northwest door.
Okay, that's the long rectangular room.
It's 10 by 20, yes. 10 foot wide, 20 foot long.
Where did we enter that pillar room from?
The long hallway that goes west. And then south,
Okay.
then east up the stairs.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And the stairs up go to the upper temple where you guys came from.
And the ghouls came out of the door to the north?
And the south, yep.
Oh, there's a door to the south. Ooh, okay. That's blocked off there in the southwest corner.
This is the door, yep. That's the one door there, where there are some ghouls that are blocked off, and there's another one here that are blocked off.
Okay.
So using your dwarven ability to spatially recognize where you're at underground, you have a fairly good idea that that door right here goes into the room where the ghouls are there.
Got it. So I'm gonna go up and first I'm gonna look over do a quick glance at all the furniture, kind of toss it over, whatever, make sure there's nothing of value
Where are you doing this?
in the room that we're in. You said
The
there are some broken down
the one with the
beds
corpse. Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. You kick around the furniture and nothing looks to be of value. But you kind of flip over the bed or slide it out of the way, and you notice that there is one of the stones that is under there is kind of half. Instead of being flush with the rest of the floor, it's kind of sunken in. You think it's probably covering something, but because it seems to be what what somebody would do in the better they would do better as a dwarf and hide it behind a stone or something, but something's happened and caused the mortar or something to kind of give way, and whatever was set on top just collapsed into it.
I'll grab our rogue Garten and I'll point him at it and say, "Does that look fishy to you?"
Garten will certainly take a look at it, see if it's some kind of trap or whatever.
Okay, go ahead and give me a find traps roll. You don't see any traps. It looks like just a little hidey hole that's behind a brick
Then I will open
flagstone. Okay. You pull it away, and inside you see a golden cup, a bag with sounds like coins in it, or underneath it. Gonna pull it out.
Certainly.
So the cup you'll find has 3 black stones in it as well. So you find a total of 112 gold in the little bag. The cup is made of gold, solid gold, and the stones are look to be onyx.
Well, we'll hold on to it and see if it's magic later, I guess.
And I've put the cup and the onyx and the coins. I will go ahead and split the coins with you guys that are here. I can get it out of there. I probably shouldn't have done that, but I did because Brian may want to steal it all for all I know.
No. I told you before, ain't that kind of thing.
I don't know. Well, I should at least give you the opportunity. So the cup and the gold, or the gold cup and the onyx, they look like they were kept here by somebody many decades ago. Maybe it was the guy's stash whose bed you're underneath right now, but it doesn't look like it's been touched in a very long time.
Okay, I'll go check out the
I'll follow.
antechamber. Did you say the antechamber had some couches or something?
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that's broken down too.
Yep. And,
Okay, well, before I go rooting through all that, I want to go check out that door where I suspect there are ghouls behind. And I want to see, is it locked? I want to listen to see if I hear anything on the other side.
It is not locked. Don't hear anything.
And these ghouls were turned that were in there? Is that...
All the ghouls are turned, otherwise you killed them.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, if the ghouls are turned, they're not gonna come at us. So I think we can at least open the door and take a look in there and see if we see anything that would lead us to believe we need to be in there, like something we need to search or something like that. What do you think? Or do you think we should just seal this door and just leave them in there?
There doesn't appear to be from that room.
Mike, I want to check in this room, the 20 by 20 room, as well, to see if there's anything that might release the gate that has us locked in here.
Okay. Before we do it, let's sort out what Grimlock was asking. He was trying to find out what you guys wanted to do with the door to the north. I think Bill, I didn't actually hear what you said, Bill.
I was just asking the room that the ghouls were shuffled into and locked in. That didn't appear. Well, I guess I don't even know if we got a good look at that room or not. I was questioning whether or not there was another exit, because Charles had asked, do we just lock them in there and leave them be? If there's nothing in there of interest and there's no passageway for us to go down, it's a dead end room, then I say leave them, because there's plenty of other shit in this dungeon that's waiting to kill us and eat our face.
So you guys got a good look of the room except for the southwest section of it. The two people that looked in there was Grimlock and Garten. So I mean, you got a pretty good look of the north wall in that room and the east wall in that room. I mean, looking at the map, I mean, you can see that if you had that view, that the only corner that you couldn't see was where you guys, where Grimlock is looking at the door right now.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's not too far. I was kind of sketching things on graph paper trying to get them to line up, but I wasn't too far off. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going anywhere, so I would say leave it be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does the spike is shut straight up?
Yeah. Yes.
Grim?
Spike
is that
is
what
shut.
you're doing? Okay.
Yeah, let me see how many I got left. Remind me when we go back to town to buy more iron spikes.
Yeah.
I only had 10 of them. Yeah, that's fine. I'll use 2 spikes on the door.
Okay. Now, Brian, you were wanting to search the room for some kind of way to raise the trap.
The portcullis, yeah.
Right. Doesn't take you long at all. You find a panel on the wall that's pretty obvious after you look up. It's not down there low where you are, and you just flip it. You push your hand into it, and it kind of slides open, and there is a lever within there.
I'll pull it
down. You pull it down, and you hear like a grinding outside and a clank, clank, clank as something hits the floor.
Okay, I'll look out the secret. I'm taking it we can figure out how to open the secret door from this side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's you just push it. It just doesn't.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not hard at all. You can't open it from the outside. Or actually, push something. I don't know. Hit a button, pull a lever. Anyways,
is there something in that room I could block it open with?
Oh, there's plenty of scraps of wood and
that's
various
what I'll
things.
do, and then I'll go out here and check and see if the portcullis
It's
raised,
up
whatever.
and same. Jareth's spear is laying on the ground.
Well,
Yep, we'll pick that up and give it to him.
we'll definitely pick that up, and so he still has it.
Okay, we'll just say he picks it up and then goes back off into the netherworld until he comes back.
So you said we got a pretty good look at that room to the north. What was it? Just broken down furniture in there and stuff too? Because I don't remember the description of that.
All that you remember as far as what's in the room is something between all 3 of the ghouls. There was nothing that stood out other than the ghouls at that time. I mean, there wasn't like chairs in the room or anything like that.
Okay. And did we get any look at the room to the south where we have ghouls spiked?
Nope. You did not. Ghouls poured out, and then you backed up. He turned, they went all in, you closed the door and spiked it right there. Nobody ever looked into the room.
Okay, I'm gonna go to that door and just listen, see what I hear on the other.
Nothing.
Okay, so let's look in this room. Look a little closer in this room with the pillars. Look at the pillars. See if. Did you say there was artwork on them?
No, in fact, they look like regular stone pillars, but the two on the end are, I mean, well, let me finish saying what I'm saying, then I'll come back. The two on the end seem to have this white substance just running all down. It stinks, smells bad. You look up and you can see there's like these sort of scraggly looking nests sitting on the top of them. The other pillars have the white streaks down the side, but not as much. These two have it, basically almost covering the whole thing.
Yeah, and harpy poop, chicken poop.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Okay, Brian, you want to see if you can climb up there and check those out?
Certainly. Give you a climb walls.
Sure. You're going to be climbing up the pillars that are coated in harpy poop. But you can go ahead and give me a climb check, and I'll let you know if you can make it. It is a 30-foot pillar to get to the top. Awesome. You easily climb to the top. It looks like a large bird nest. It's, probably about the size of a barrel with, a little frilly outside of that, but the main nest is about the size of a barrel. Then it doesn't look like it was like a giant, you know, uh, pterodactyl or something. This nest, it's pretty small for as big as the thing is. Um, the one that you're at doesn't look to have anything of use or value. It's scraps of cloth and mostly branches and twigs that you're not really sure how they got there. The other one, though, looks like it has a satchel. Looks like one of what we'd call a band purse these days, but it looks like a satchel on the other
Guess I
pillar.
have to climb down and climb over to it.
Mhm.
Can I push this nest off of here?
Sure. Yeah. Give me
I tell them look out below, and I'll
say
push it
give me a
off that way.
strength. Give me a strength check.
You want it in the tower or just
Oh, you
straight
can
up?
throw it out in the open. Yeah. You grunt and groan and try to push it off, and it seems to be like that she's kind of got it. The twigs and branches kind of intertwined weirdly around the edges to hold it onto the top so it doesn't fall off, and you're just not able to get it. But if you want to spend some extra time snapping those with your weapons and stuff, you could do that.
Nah, I'll just climb down and go up the other pillar.
All right, give me another climb check, please. Actually, two. Down and then up again. Good. Next. All right, you begin climbing up the other one, and it appears this one's kind of a little slicker. In fact, the poop feels a little wet, and you get
Nasty.
about 20 feet up, almost to the top, and your hands just kind of lose their grasp on the handholds that you were using, and you slide down and fall.
I'll try and catch him.
Give me first. Give me a dexterity check, please. You're gonna fall at least 10 feet. See if you fall
And I do
lower than
have
20.
tumbling.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's like half damage from a fall, isn't it?
I think so. Let me look.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Just give me the. And if you want to verify that it does, go ahead. But go ahead and give me the tumble check, and if you make it, you'll just take half.
Oh, I'm sorry. I probably should have threw that in the tower, but
No, you're good. You'll know if you didn't make it.
yeah.
So, wow, you're gonna take half that, which is 5 damage if you hit. Now, if Grimlock, you were gonna try to catch him.
Yes.
All right, so he's go. How we wanted this? Let me see. Make a roll to hit, just a straight tackle roll. Just double click your
Okay.
THAC0 dice on the front of your sheet and see if you can hit an AC of 4. Yeah, that definitely hits it. So that's an AC of 2. And then give me a strength check and see if you can just kind of hold him before he hits the ground. Succeeded by 3 on the strength check. So you're able to catch him and hold him and keep him from hitting the ground, but him striking you causes you 5 points of damage. Instead
Okay.
of Garten taking it, you take it.
Man.
That's fine. Hey, if anybody's gonna take the damage, it should be me.
All right. And so you've got this satchel on you. Oh, no, you don't have the satchel. You
No,
filled
I
in
hadn't
before
got
you
up
got
there
it.
yet.
That's right. All right.
All right.
Sorry.
To see if there's like murder dust to kind of wipe on my hands and maybe get a little better purchase. And try to climb back up there.
All right. You give me a check again. One single check. Ooh, it was close. You climbing up and getting to the very edge, and your foot slips, but you're able to catch yourself on the top, and you made it by 1.
Wow.
Success by 1. So you get to the top, and you can easily see the only thing that looks of value in the bird's nest is the satchel. It's a leather satchel, light brown leather satchel with a shoulder strap.
All right. I hold it out over the edge and say, hey, get ready to catch this.
Okay. Hopefully this one doesn't hit me for 5.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't weigh
And,
as much as.
I
Yeah,
drop
I'll
it down to him,
Okay, yeah, you can easily catch up. I'm not gonna make you roll anything.
and then I'll climb down.
One more check. Give me a D. I'll do the D3. And I'm going to do it out in the open. So 10 feet, 20 feet, or 30 feet? Oof, that's 30 feet.
All right, let me give you the tumbling.
Okay. You going to try to catch him again, Brian? Or Brian? Grimlock? Or are you going to let him fall this time?
I'm catching the bag.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you are falling from 30 feet, which is 3d6. And you're going to take half of this. 7. Oh, that's not bad.
Well, that's less than the other one.
It is. Just a good roll, man. You tumbled out
Yeah.
of that. So, there we go. So, Grimlock, you snatched the satchel. Look, I mean, it's the top part is not. It doesn't have a closed part. It looks like it's a wooden sort of dark wooden slick, like it's been finished and varnished box inside of the satchel. It's also got symbols on it that don't look like language symbols to you.
I will get Garten and Baez, and have them take a look at it with me. I'm not going to open it. I just want them to take a look at it and see if they can identify anything on there. And of course, I'm going to have Garten check it to make sure there's no poison needles or anything like that.
Okay.
So who's going to look at it first? Is it going to be Baez or are you going to have Garten? You let me know.
I'll check it for traps.
You going to take it out of the bag to do that, or are you just going to leave it in and look?
I'll take it out of there and look at it.
Okay. The entire box looks to have those symbols on them, and Baez is kind of watching you. And Baez, the symbols that are on there are arcane. They're not any kind of magical binding or divination or anything like that. They're just kind of artistic sort of symbols that are used by wizards just to kind of artistically design some kind of box that's used for some kind of typically something that's related to some a mage would want or use or have stored in it.
Okay, so they're not actually functional glyphs of any kind.
No.
They're just like poser runes that are fake.
Yeah, it kind of look. This one looks kind of like a symbol used in like say the magic missile thing, and another one looks like some artist rendering of a symbol that's used in writing the fireball spell, or you wouldn't know a fireball spell, but the flaming sphere spell. I mean that kind of stuff.
Stars and moons, man.
Yeah, us wizards are fond of that.
Pink hearts, yellow clovers, and blue diamonds.
And if you're gonna to do a find trap zone, go ahead and give me that roll in the tower, please.
All right.
You are pretty sure there are no traps on this.
Okay, I let them know that I hadn't found any traps on it. You guys want to see what's in there?
Well, I think it's probably appropriate for Baez to open this since it's got, mage paintings on it or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the hell? Let's take a look.
Boom.
You open it
I'm
up.
waiting for that to come.
You open it up, and within is a single kind of small book, and a scroll, and this gold sort of bowl, and a pouch that seems to have components in it.
Cha-ching. Okay. Book, bowl,
Scroll.
pouch with components. What was the fourth thing?
Scroll.
And scroll. All right, let's take a look at the scroll first.
Okay. Give me a spellcrafting. Not spellcraft. What is?
Spellcraft is the knowledge, or
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the non-weapon proficiency I have on my list.
Yeah, that's the one I want. Give me the spellcraft check in the tower, please.
Okay.
Okay. This appears to be a spell scroll of Find Familiar. Looking over it, you can see that the spell requires certain components for it. And that's what this scroll is something. If you had taken this spell and inscribed it into your book, you would know that certain components are required for it. If you use the scroll itself, you wouldn't need to, but part of the components that you would need for it seem to be the components that are within that pouch. And the gold bowl, is used in part of the process of casting that spell.
Oh, nice.
So it looks like it's a kit of sort of, or at least the parts that you've looked at seem to all be related to using to find a familiar.
Like a gift box for a magic user or something.
Yeah. Well, when I saw the size of the box, I was like, yeah, there's not going to be a two-handed axe in here.
No.
Yeah, it's like an arcane fruit basket. All right, well, if nobody else has use for this, I guess I can hang on to it.
Yeah, I think you should hold on to that.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah. You might want to hold on to this gold cup too.
What gold cup?
The one I got from the other room. I'll show it to him. It's a gold cup.
Looks like an old gold cup.
Oh. Okay.
I'm
Nothing
going to put
special
it.
about it. Just a gold.
Oh, don't know if there's anything special about it or not, but it's a gold cup. And I dropped it back in the party inventory so that he can pick it up if he wants it.
So are you going to look at the small book that's in the box as well?
Yes.
It takes you a little bit of time to look over it, and just glancing over it, we'll say it takes you 10 minutes. You'll spend a turn doing it. It seems to be that along with the instructions in the book and the scroll and all this other stuff, put it together, it allows you to find a familiar of something more specific to what you're looking for. So like if you wanted to go out and get a hawk, you could get hawk if you wanted to go get a frog or a cat or a specific one. Normally that's random, and this particular style of doing it, in short, the book is going to be consumed when you do all this stuff too. It's part of the process, so it allows you to have a choice of what you want to get. That said, when it comes to if you wanted to go like a pseudo dragon closet or imp, those, if you actually wanted to try to get one of those, it's a 50-50 shot whether it's going to work on those, because those are very special and super intelligent, and so they can say yes or no. Also depends on your alignment as far as those three that I mentioned go. I think there may be some other ones, but those three all have alignment restrictions.
I heard imp, and it sounded like you said dragon.
Quasit,
Pseudo dragon.
yeah, imp, quasit, and pseudo dragon.
Quasit, okay. Quasit is a little demon, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and
think
an imp is a devil, quasit is a
Yeah.
demon. And they're just, one's lawful evil, the other one's chaotic evil.
And tell me about a pseudo dragon. What's that?
They're
Cat-sized dragon.
Yeah, very small dragon. Fit on your shoulder.
yeah, he has a poison tail, I think. Puts you to sleep. I'd have to look, but yeah.
Okay. And is that one evil as well?
No.
Okay. Sorry, I just don't have any background.
That's okay. Yeah, I think he's chaotic good. They're not evil. Yeah.
Okay, well, I think. How are you doing on spells, Brian?
Did we rest?
Not since you guys came into the temple. You have not.
Yeah. I'll tell you what I've got prepared. I've got detect magic and a sleep. That's about.
Well, I think this is probably as good a place to rest as any. I mean, in the room with the secret door, we can shut the secret door behind us and just watch that room, that door to the north or whatever. Make sure the ghouls don't come in. But it sounds like it's quiet, and we could rest here and get spells back, because Rob's out. Rob's character's out. And
Yeah,
my
let's
daughter's
do that.
asking me a question.
Are you sure you want to camp this close to ghouls?
Give me 1 second. Well,
Yeah, that was any of you other guys can answer that question too.
I don't
I
particularly like having them that close. But if Dwarf Man thinks he can take them,
I'm back.
Yeah, and if they. Yeah, I don't know. It makes me more nervous if the DM asks the question than.
Well, I'm
That's
asking
that.
that as a extension of Barney saying that, because he knows that his turn is not going to be effective forever, and more than likely they are going to be harassing you, us all night, because they know we're in here. And this is Barney telling you that. He would know that.
Okay, got it. I thought that was a permanent thing. I didn't
No.
realize it is not permanent. All right, so definitely not a good place to.
Yeah, let's find someplace else, I guess.
All right, so we'll leave here, and I mean, we could just go back up the stairs, back to the room upstairs, and go camp out in one of the temple rooms up there.
Yeah, there were some side rooms on the west and the northeast of the temple that seemed to be enclosed. It was only just that small room. They're not very big. The one on the west, I think, had all the feces in it. So the northeast one is probably more amenable to sleeping in all night.
Man, I wonder if there's a way, because honestly, what would probably be good is if we shut this room off with the portcullis altogether, so that those ghouls, even if they did get through the spiked doors, could not get out at all. Since
If
we're
I
not
recall,
going to go
the-
back in here anymore.
the trigger plate's like 10 foot beyond the portcullis, isn't it? So that
Yeah.
you're already into the room. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, you certainly know that where the thing that set it off, Garten easily knows where it's at.
Okay.
I mean,
Well, do you
did-
think it's
I-
something you could set up remotely, Garden?
With a long enough stick, maybe.
yep, he certainly could with that.
Okay, well, let's get out of here and let's shut the portcullis just so to make sure that we don't have to that if the ghouls were to make it out the spike doors, that they are not going to make it out of there, and that we don't have to deal with them.
Good plan. I like that plan. So you guys get out, everybody out, get everything that you've picked up that you think's the value, and then Garton triggers the floor plate and jumps back out of the way as the portcullis slams down.
I really don't like it when you say you like that. It's like, oh shit, he likes it.
No, it's a good idea. That means it's a good idea. And I'm actually going to give you experience points because I like the idea. That's a good idea.
We're not used to you being a supportive DM.
That is not true. That is not true. You guys, that is just wrong. That is. I'm gonna give you guys minus experience.
And now Bill's character dies.
Supportive. That hurts me. Really hurts me. That's a good idea. I like it. Because it definitely locks them in. So you guys go down the south passageway, go back up the stairs, and into the temple. As you open the door coming out of the west, and I forget what I call them, and I'm really not sure. I'm going to pull up this map. One sec. I have to. Vestry, the West Vestry. I need Garton. Give me a hear noise in the tower, please. Okay. And Grimlock.
You want me to give you a hear noise?
Yeah, let me do that for you because you can't.
Okay, because I don't think I have that as an ability.
It's not a skill. Alrighty, I've done it for you. And none of you guys just now going to ruin the surprise. So you guys open up the vestry. As you do, I'm gonna have to put you guys on the map. And I couldn't fit you guys all in the room, so right now Miramar's hanging outside. I need Grimlock to give me a surprise check, because he's going to be the first person that sees as he opens the door.
What, oh, okay.
You are not surprised. Now let me use one of them. I'll use their main dude and see if he is surprised. He is not surprised either. So what we need to do now is, as you open the door, you see what looks like a patrol of brigands. Look, maybe they're connected to the group to the northeast tower. You're not entirely sure, but they seem to be patrolling the inside of the temple, walking through, looking around. Go ahead and give me initiative, and we can determine what happens from that point.
Okay.
I'm going to look at something.
And Bill, you said you had detect magic, and what was your other spell? Please tell me it was.
I don't have fireball, unfortunately. Yeah.
It was sleep and
magic
detect
He's
magic.
got sleep.
What was it, Bill?
sleep.
Yeah.
Sleep and
Okay.
detect
Good. Sleep is
Sleep's-
good.
Sleep's usually pretty good.
So, it looks like. So I'm gonna give you guys the benefit of the doubt, and when I ask this question, next time I won't. But in the past, you guys were wearing your black cloaks and stuff.
Yeah, we never
Uh,
took them off.
But looking at your character sheets on you and Miramar, both you guys, your cloaks are in your backpacks and not equipped. That's how I would
never
know.
equipped it.
Okay, so in the future, I need you guys to do that because 3 days later, I'm gonna or 3 games down the road, I'm not gonna know that you're wearing them. The only way I can is to look at that and know.
Okay. What does it appear as in my inventory? Silk
Black
crimson
cloak.
robe.
Yeah, it's just called black cloak and it's in your backpack.
You know, I've got it just in my backpack too.
Yeah, all you did. And that's what I'm
Okay.
saying. I'm giving you benefit of the doubt right now for this time, but in the future, try to remember, keep that stuff on because I'm probably not going to ask anymore. I'm gonna just assume that you guys, when you woke up in the morning, you threw them in your backpack and didn't mess with it. So
Yeah, understandable.
So it still says it's in my backpack even though I click the equip button, but that's good enough.
for me, yes, yeah. Generally, you would pull it out because it wouldn't be in your backpack; it would be on the person. But if you have it,
Do I just erase backpack from the location?
yeah,
you
yeah,
can.
it should take it out.
Okay, done.
All right. So the let's see, our first person goes Miramar, who is not here. So the first people to go are bring in number 6. He shouts halt and points in your direction, and every one of the other ones guys see you. He moves to about here, makes a line with the rest of his guys, pulls out his longsword, grimacing at you. This guy kind of moves over here to block your way from going around. And person to go is Baez. What are you doing? Based on your thing, it looks like you were casting sleep, but
Yep. I certainly had my hands on a fistful of sand.
I will let you hold if you want to hold your initiative to the very end of the round. You can. That's or not cast it at all. I mean, you take your pick, but
Okay. Halt, huh? And we're dressed in robes.
cloaks. But yes,
Right. The black cloaks.
with the burning eye.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Let me check one thing before I tell you what I'm doing. I just need to look. Crap. Okay. Well, if anybody's gonna bluff their way out of this, looks like it's gonna be me. All right. Baez will. Yeah. You know what? I'm not. Yeah, I'm not gonna cast the spell. I'll just hold on to the sand for a minute, and then I will use my outstanding charisma to act indignant and say, "Halt! What do you mean halt? Do you know who the hell I am?"
Okay. The guy in the back, it's not his turn to go yet. When he hollers from the back, says, "No, who are you?" And I need you to give me a charisma check in the tower, please, while you're doing this.
I probably bombed that.
Okay. Yeah, you can answer his question. I just needed to have a charisma check from you.
All right. Well, it's obvious that you don't know who I am, or you would be addressing me with more respect. What is your name?
Riker, who are you?
Riker, write that down. I'm telling one of the others behind me.
And he says, Sergeant Riker, who are you?
Sergeant Riker. It's gonna be Private Riker soon. Get a note of that.
All right, give me another charisma check on that. And you notice one of the guys kind of like this one right here is really peering at Grimlock closely. He's just like, and he's talking to one of the guys near him, and he seems to be having a conversation, kind of back and forth with him about Grimlock. And after you guys kind of, if your exchange is done by us, are you done?
No, I'll just finish off with we've been sent here to inspect the temple and to see how things have been going. And obviously, you're not doing your job, so I'll be glad to report that back to the High Priest. We were able to walk in here, and no one challenged us. Yet here you are, challenging me on my way.
The soldier guy in the back, he seems to be considering what you're saying, but he's doesn't seem to be believing what you're saying. It's kind of hard to give that facial expression. He's kind of motioning from a guy on the side. He's just kind of motioning him forward, and you can tell he's kind of laying out plots while you guys are sitting there yapping at him. And after you said that, the guy in the middle that I was talking about, he says, I recognize that guy. He was in Nub with some other people that were faking that they were from the temple. And you recognize him because he was one of the guards that was, leading you guys, made you guys leave.
We should have killed the town. We should have killed them all.
Never leave them alive, man.
So the soldier says, attack them! And so with that, we're going to go down the initiative some more.
I tried.
That's not your fault. Sometimes the dice aren't with you. This guy's going to move up, charge up to Grimlock. And as he does so, he is swinging a footman's mace at him. Misses. The next one, here, let me lock these so we can get this waypoint going. He moves over to here. Attack. These are actually pretty big squares. 105 feet to that. They're 30-foot squares, by the way.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Barney, what is he doing?
I just rolled the footman's mace, but is he in melee range?
I
mean, it doesn't look like
yes.
it on the map. So.
I know. And the map is huge because he's 30-foot square, so it's massive. So you guys can just say you're all clumped up at the door, and you can fight, all these guys. But I'm gonna do the same thing with them too, so keep that in mind.
Okay, so he's swinging.
Okay, just pick whichever one he's gonna swing at. Just make sure it's one of the three in the front. That is a hit. See 2.
All right.
Three damages. Next. You gonna advance him?
Yeah. I guess I can use the same button. Yep, go.
Yep. Alright. Charges in to stand next to his buddies. He is actually within range to throw an attack, so he's gonna do a longsword against Grimlock. And miss. Grimlock. Alright, so these guys are less than 1 hit dice. So being that you are a fighter, you get a attack against you get to make as many attacks as you have against them as you have levels. So you are what, 4th level? What level are you? You are 3rd level.
I haven't leveled.
So you get 3 attacks every round against these guys.
3 attacks every round, and is it against 3 different guys?
You can have 1 attack against
Yeah.
each one of them if
You
you want
can
to do
you
that.
can. It's made so you can mow through the peons.
Okay, so like a sweep attack.
Or you get 3 attacks. So
Yeah.
however you want to use them. I mean, if 1 attack doesn't kill them, which would be surprising, your strength bonus alone would probably kill them if you hit. So
Okay, got it. All right, I'll start throwing attack.
that's a nat 20. His head explodes.
Yeah. He
Or his
vaporized.
head, yeah, his head goes rolling across the floor and hits the next guy. Go ahead, next. Yeah, he dies instantly. I think that is a miss. You hit AC 10. That is a hit. Pretty sure that's a kill. So that is a kill also.
And I'll make a sneer like, and say, "Who the fuck are y'all calling fake?"
Who the fuck are y'all calling what?
Fake.
Fake. Okay.
You said that the guy said that we were faking in town.
Oh yeah. They're all wearing fake news, man. Fake news.
Yeah.
They're all wearing manga hats. All right, Garten, you go.
All right. I'm taking. Is there enough room for me to move out? I want to go. I'm going to go invisible first. Let's just say that.
You can go invisible and you can squeeze out between the 2 that
The dead
Grimlock
one
just
and
killed.
8.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I want to do. That's probably about as far as I can move in around anyway. Let me.
Yeah, you can move 63, which is like 2 squares, man.
Yeah.
Maybe I like to hear. That's about as far as you can.
That's fine, and
Okay.
I'll go right to there, and hold at this point. There you go.
This guy comes running in right here just because he won't be there, but he's nearly there. He doesn't get an attack because that's so far. This guy gonna move in also. He doesn't get an attack either. And then the soldier comes right there, and he's moving too far to do anything. Although he is going to chuck a spear when he gets there at Grimlock. And misses by 1.
You sound disappointed.
Well, he got really close. He missed by 1. I root for both sides, man. Good people on both sides.
No.
Looks like we got everybody's initiative rolled. Starting with Baez. What you doing?
I am casting.
All right, 2d4.
Yep, I got a casting time of 1. All right. 2d4. All right, hold on.
Six. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. So I'm gonna squeeze this guy over here because it's gonna need to be within a certain range. What's the? Okay, so we're outside. Technically. What's the area of that spell?
Area of effect is. Let's look. All creatures to be affected by the sleep spell must be within 30 feet of each other.
Okay, so what I'm going to say
that can be affected is function.
Yeah, so what I'm going to say is that these 4 that are right there are all within 30 feet. If the map was like a 10-foot square or maybe even a 5-foot, it would be a little bit more accurate. But I got to kind of give you a I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but
I get it.
you can't get them
get
all
you,
because
yeah.
they're kind of they're farther away than each square is 30 feet. So if we did it by the book, you'd get one, which does not seem fair to me.
They're all
So
spread out.
right. So if you target those 4 right there, and throw the effect on, cast a spell, then put the effect on them. They don't get a save, but. And if the other 2 had been closer, you would have got them too.
But for each of these 4 guys, do I have to drag this effect button over?
You target all
each
4 of them
individually?
and hit it once.
And then just click it?
Yep.
Okay.
So all 4 of the ones in front of me are now asleep?
Mm-hmm. They all just kind of collapse to the ground. There you go.
Oops, crap. Was I supposed to drag that on myself so it times it right?
No, you don't. It'll time it the effect on them, not you.
Oh, okay. All right, good.
I don't remember if the effect is random. Some of them are. So some, if like a whole and I don't remember if a whole person, but there's some effects that are random. When you put them on the target, it'll roll the dice for each one that it's doing. So.
I see. Okay.
So if you were done.
I am finished, so I'll advance.
Miramar is going to it automatically
You're playing
hits.
Miramar?
Well, I assumed he was going to be here, so I'm going to just have him stab one of the guys. It's an automatic hit with damage. He doesn't automatically kill him. He's just going to automatically do damage to one of the sleeping guys. And he gets 2 attacks. So he killed one. Bergen in the back comes charging up, gets close enough to attack Grimlock with his foot in space. And that one I think's asleep. This one does the same, moves up to get close enough. I'm gonna move these dead bodies out of the way. Starting to get cluttered. He's gonna move up to there and stab at Grimlock with a spear. That one is asleep. Or Garten.
So how close actually is the soldier to Garten?
He's right in front of you. I say right in front of you. He's within 10 feet in front of you. Yeah.
I want to move around behind him and shove this short sword up his back.
Okay. Give me a move silently in the tower, please. He does not even acknowledge your presence. He is looking straight at Grimlock. You can make your attack at +4 bonus. Nat 20.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Alright. Now you wish you had the double damage on your dice.
Yeah, that's all right, though. It already gets double, though.
Well, then
look at that.
Oh, look at that. That's 2. Right. Let's put that on him and see what it does to him. Oh, I can't do that. It's not 12.
No.
It's 6.
Just 6 more.
Yeah, equals. I almost put 12 more on him, which I should have because it was a crit. It was Cole, but he is not dead, but he definitely is aware of your presence now. Yeah, you stabbed him.
And I'm now visible.
Yes, you are.
So there you go.
This guy's asleep. Grimlock.
Okay. So I'm in melee range of a bunch of sleeping ones.
There are 2. Let's see. 6. Is he sleeping? No. So there's 3 living ones that aren't slept. No, there's 2 that aren't slept and 3 that are. Let me move the sleep ones down there because they really don't matter. They're right here sleeping. These 2 are the
And
ones
all
that
of
are
them are in
alive.
melee range, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Every one
so
of them.
All right, so I'll swing at as many as I can. So
Okay, so you want to go for the ones that are awake first?
yes.
Okay, 3 and 6 are the awake ones.
Okay, I'll swing at them.
That's a hit. Oof. Or just cleaving through these guys. That's it too. Oof. You don't need to roll to hit the sleepers. Just do damage to them once. Pick one and do damage on them.
Just one.
Yeah, because that's your third attack. Alright, so you kill the sleeper. Alright, looks like you're done. Barney, he can do the same thing if you want. Just have him clobber a sleeping one if you want. Just all you got to do is roll damage. Right. The soldier, who has turned his attention strictly on Garton, pulls out his longsword. Well, he's had his longsword out. Attempts to stab you repeatedly. Oh, he missed. End of the round. Roll initiative. All we're waiting for is Bias. There we go. He is slipped. Miramar is going to stab something. Stab a sleeper. He does not kill him, but the guy wakes up. I should have done that with Robbie's too, which I'm going to do that. That one is awake now. And Bias.
Okay.
Actually, the only two that there's not any asleep anymore. They're either dead or stabbed once and they're awake. They didn't get killed by the person that stabbed them or smacked them.
Brigands 5 and 4 here. They're awake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will go after 4 then. Make my hoping to shock him the fact that a wizard's going to attack.
Do you have the spell armor?
I do not.
Should look at that. Although you probably don't actually have it, so never mind. That is a hit, sir. Oh my god, he's gonna kill it. I told you. This happened last time we played. Alrighty, next person. Look, it's gonna be Barney as soon as.
Okay.
There is one in the corner there, number 5.
Yep. Now I'll keep swinging. He's not asleep, right?
No, you have to roll to hit, yeah. That is a hit. Crit. God, you guys have rolled 3 crits tonight. And that took him out. Nice.
So it's my turn now.
Yep. You have
So what else left here? Just the
soldier. Yeah.
All right. So I'll move over to go fight him.
Okay. Let's see how far that is. It may be too far for you to get an attack. Now, I'd say that you can charge. It's only 60 feet. If you want to charge,
Yeah,
you
I'll
get plus
charge.
2 to hit. Okay.
Plus 2 to hit him. Okay.
That is it. Probably don't take him out. Dude. He just like But you're fake. And he collapses to the ground. So with that, you know, I forgot to use my battle music. Oh, I'm sorry. All right. So that is the end of combat, and you guys are surrounded by a pile of bodies.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get me some armor, and I'm gonna be a new kind of wizard.
Sorry, dog was barking for some reason. What was that?
I said I'm gonna be a new kind of wizard. I'm gonna start researching spells so I can wear armor and enchant my staff and just start clubbing the hell out of people with.
It's called Tensor's Transformation.
Yeah, there you go.
Apparently, that was Gary's son that played Tensor, and he did like that. Yeah, Tensor was his Ernie Gygax, I think was his name. All right, so you, like I said, you guys are surrounded by a pile of bodies. What are you gonna do?
Start checking them out.
Yep,
Rifling through the bodies.
I'll while they're rifling through them, I'm gonna go inspect the rest of this whole chamber, rest of the rooms, make sure there's no brigands anywhere else, and just make sure there's no signs of any activity that they were doing. Like, were they rifling through things? Were they actually guarding something? Is there a reason why they're guarding now and they weren't guarding before? That type of thing.
Should we throw the bodies down that hole?
All right, so
That's actually a good idea.
with Miramar and Garten rifling through the bodies, all of them are wearing leather armor. You can find not all of them are in usable state because of the vigor at which Grimlock cleaved them in half. But there are some that were stabbed and clubbed to death. So if anybody wants an extra suit of leather armor, you can. They all have. Some of them have long swords. Some of them had hand axes. Some of them had spears. Some of them had maces. Not all of them had the exact same weapons. So if you want to add that, if you need a mace or a long sword or something, you want an extra one, you can certainly add that to your inventory. And they had the commander had 3 platinum on him and some gold you picked up from all the rest of them. A total of 145 copper, 46 silver, 5 electrum, 25 gold, and like I said, 5 platinum total. And I will, unless somebody wants to pocket some of that, I'll split that out if that's okay, so I can get it out of the box.
Yeah.
Just start moving those bodies and dumping them in the hole after they've been picked clean.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Does any of them have a better short sword than the one I've got?
They got not better, but the same. If you need an extra one, you can certainly find an extra one.
No, I don't need an extra one. Dude, I can't carry. The gold cup was weighing me down.
Now the soldier has a suit of chainmail and a shield. If anyone is interested in that, human sized.
Let me look at Brother Bjarny's gear. Maybe he has use for such thing. He is wearing chainmail and is using a medium shield, so no, he has no.
So you guys are gonna chuck them all down the hole in the middle?
Yeah, for the next adventuring group to come along and take.
Okay. So the room I was suggesting that you guys remembered was that one. The one here is the one that has the feces all in it, but this one right here did not.
For some reason, I'm only seeing part of the map.
Yeah.
Can you like refresh it or something? Because I only see like a quarter of this map.
Does it not let you? Oh, I locked.
Like where you're pointing right now is not visible.
How about that?
There you go.
Yeah, I didn't realize what the lock view did. That's why I wanted to do it. I should have been paying attention to my dummy account or dummy connection to see what it was doing. But yeah, let me change that. There you go. I won't use that lock thing anymore. That's kind of annoying. But the room in the northeast was the one that doesn't have the poop all over the place.
Okay. We'll go hole up.
Okay. And you guys are just going to rest for the evening. I'm not going to move you guys to there. Go ahead and I've got your previously set up order. Miramar, Grimlock Garden. So are you guys going to do 3? How long are you? The wizard and the cleric are going to need 8 hours of rest to get all their spells back. So Miramar, Grimlock, and Garden, you guys are going to have to figure out, like 3 hours each or 2.75 hours each, whatever it is to get enough for them.
Yeah.
So
I'll let Miramar take the first one. Garten can take the second one. I'll take the third.
Yeah,
Hell no, Garten is not doing it in the middle.
You're doing the last? According to the watch order, you're on the
end.
end.
It doesn't matter.
Sorry. Okay, gotcha. I didn't get
just gonna. You gotta gripe at the dwarf a little bit.
I'm tired, man. I'm tired of catching your ass.
Lazy ass.
I'm tired of catching your ass, man. You hurt. I need to get some sleep.
How did it feel taking 5 damage of 5 from a halfling as a weapon?
It gives him
ideas. I landed feet first into his face.
He's gonna start throwing you. It's gonna be throwing halfling time instead of throwing dwarf tossing. It's gonna be halfling tossing. So Baez, you can do these rest for your hit point return, the D3 roll.
I don't think Baez is down any. Or I'm sorry. Yeah, I thought you were talking about brother.
He may not have been. I just rolled it because he's not actually here.
But Baez is full health. I gave him a good heal.
Thanks.
And I was gonna tell you, before you went to sleep, it would probably be a good idea to cast Detect Magic, on the stuff we have to make sure, because you had a Detect Magic.
Well. Yep.
So just cast it on the.
So it's all magical, right?
What are you looking at?
Any of the loot that we just took.
The golden cup.
You're gonna have to remind me. All I can tell you that the book and the scroll are definitely magic that you got. The gold cup is not.
Those. I already know.
The onyx
but
is
these
not.
guys have other things they were curious about.
Yeah, they're gonna have to tell me. Other than the cup and the onyx, I don't remember. And the satchel and stuff, the box.
And anything in this room that we're camping in, the one you have the arrow pointing to, is anything in there glow besides us and the stuff?
Negative.
Yeah, it's worth checking. I think that was all. I didn't have anything of note in my inventory. I think that we need to check. None of the cloaks or whatever that we picked up, the robes, cloaks, none of that glows, right?
Nope. Nope, just the book and the scroll. What candles?
We picked up some candles, one of these rooms. I got them in my inventory.
Sounds like somebody's choking at your house, man. You alright?
Nobody's choking at it. You just hear my son. He's gaming over there.
Gotcha.
Next to me.
No, candles are not magical.
All right, so can we memorize spells? Can I start doing that, or
For Barney, yeah.
okay, start doing that. And can I assume that what he has at the top of the sheet here, 5 first, 4 second, that's correct?
The number of spells that he can memorize, certainly. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
So is Baez going to try to use his new stuff, or is he going to scribe the scroll and then try to cast it, or what are you going to do, man?
Yeah, I think I might wind up. You know what? I'm going to. Yeah. I'm not gonna do anything with it yet. I gotta think about that because I'm trying to think if it's gonna be useful to even have in my spell book.
You mean if Find Familiar is going to be useful to have in your spell book?
Yeah, how often do you summon a familiar? I mean,
Hopefully
once you do
not
it,
very often. Yeah, because yeah, you'll get and I don't do them by the book, the way they're in the book. I do it a little differently. You'll get a hit point boost from them. When they die, you don't permanently lose hit points. I mean, you'll lose the hit points that they gave you. So in this case, I the normal ones will give you the hit points that they are, which so like the normal ones are like 1 to 4 hit point creatures. The special ones probably just give straight up 4, because some of them have 2 hit die, 3 hit die, and that kind of stuff. And what was the other thing? If it is killed if it is killed, you're gonna take obviously you'll lose the bonus hit points that they're giving you. On top of what you like, say if you have 10 hit points now, you'd have 14. So if it dies, you'll lose those 4 and take a D4 damage from that. If somebody kills it, you lose the bonus, plus you take another D4 damage because it hurts so bad, and then you have to make a system shock check, and then if you don't make it, you're stunned for D4 plus 1 rounds. So, I mean, it doesn't permanently do anything, but it does sufficiently kind of mess you up if it's killed. So you need to be concerned about it, but not so much so that it's not gonna not bother with them ever having them.
All right, I'll try to describe it in the book then. At the very least, it's something I can bargain with in the future if I need to trade spells with another wizard.
It'll only take you about actually, I'm gonna let it go by in an hour, just so we can have it done. I don't know if I'm gonna have that be the way it works forever, because I think before it was much more time than that, but I'm not gonna nitpick you about it right now.
Okay.
I'll look it up in the books later and
What
see
level
what the actual. It's first.
That's first?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I forgot where to find that. Is that under
Spells?
item? No,
No,
I mean
it's
to
under
add it to the
spells.
sheet. Why don't I see that?
On the right?
Yeah, like on the right column. Wait a minute. Characters, notes, images, story, NPCs, items.
Click your library button on the bottom right.
I got it at the library.
Yeah, and you don't need to load anything. You just need to make sure your buttons are set right, and then use the Create PC button at the top of the library. It'll make sure you have the right buttons on the right. The correct buttons listed on the right.
I just lost you there.
So basically, you can get a cat, a crow, a hawk, an owl, a toad, a weasel, or something other than a normal animal like that. If you have preference, you want to have a parrot or a dog or something like that. You can pick it. I'm as far as that goes. If you want something like a blink dog or a pseudo dragon or imp or quasit or something like that, that's we can just and Why am I asking you so you're not casting it right now? I was just looking. Sorry. I was, for some reason in my head, I thought you were doing it right now. You're
Bill's
describing.
gone, by the way.
Oh.
That was him that logged out.
Okay. Well, that's great. If you can't tell, I'm trying to push him to do that. I don't.
To summon a familiar?
Yeah. Just so
That's
he'll
fine.
have.
We can get that out of the way tonight.
We don't have to. I just hope he does, because it will give him a little bit more survivability.
All right, I'm back. Discord
Wow.
started to crash on me.
You sound much clearer now too. You using a different
Yeah.
mic?
Nope. I am. I connected through my phone. I'm running Windows, and Discord and Windows doesn't like me sometimes. It just starts to crap on me after a while and die. So I'm not sure why.
Aren't you running Windows through a VM through a Mac?
No, it runs natively.
Oh, okay. So you actually have a Windows machine. Gotcha. I thought you were running it through a Mac on a VM.
No, it's running on a Mac, but the Mac it's not running it through a VM.
So Wilson, this is probably a good opportunity for us to take our break, and I'll go ahead and fill Luke in on what we did.
Okay. Yeah,
and,
good. Yeah, it's
we'll just
perfect
come
time.
back. Do we make it through the rest? Okay.
Yes.
Can I get
Yeah.
the 3 hit points back on?
Not on Grimlock, because you didn't sleep 8 hours.
Oh, you gotta sleep a full 8. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So
before you start,
so
everybody
Luke,
else go take a break, 10 minutes, come back at whatever 10 minutes is for you. And here it's 9:46, so it'll be 56 here. So.
All right, very good. Mike, yeah, you cut off right when you were talking about the pseudo dragon and stuff. You were saying that if I tried for those, it's like a 50% chance of failure.
Right. I mean, and which is way higher than you have to begin with. But you can pick any of the other animals, normal animals, and if they're not listed, like if you wanted a dog or a tiger, not a tiger, but some sort of small, like a bobcat or something along those lines. You can certainly. I'm just going to let you say you can have it. I'm not going to argue with you because that's the way that item is supposed to work. You get to pick basically what you want. The only thing that's random is the special ones, and if you want to go for that, then you'd roll a 50%, and we would know right off the bat. So you can think about that. We'll now come back at 9:57.
Sounds good. All right. Thanks.
Alrighty, so we're all ready to go then?
Yeah, I think so. I'm ready.
All right. You guys
Cleric's ready.
You guys are going to move back into go down the stairs back into the temple?
Yep.
Yeah, same way we came up. So just to be clear, these brigands and the soldier we killed were not guys from the tower that we noticed from the tower. Is that correct?
Nobody examined them closely. I mean, you noticed the one guy looked familiar because he yelled at you. I mean, the soldier commander guy didn't look like he was from there.
Okay. And did they have any markings of any kind on their armor or anything like that? Did they have like the same thing we had on our?
They did. Didn't look the same. But it maybe was a little smaller. Didn't have the flames coming off of it.
Okay, but similar.
Yep.
All right, gotcha.
All right. So, you guys have various ways to go. As soon as you go down the stairs, you have the passage to the north and to the south. You explored somewhat to the north, which would be your right. The right led up to the four-way that went to the portcullis column room. And then you have the area to the south that you haven't explored. And continuing straight on as well.
And what's the room? The octagon-shaped room?
That's way
The hexagon-shaped room?
Garton ran up there trying to find another way into the room when you were trapped behind the portcullis.
Okay, what was in there?
He didn't look. He turned around and ran back.
Well, I say let's go check out that room.
All right, let's go check it out.
All right. So your brother Barney and Bias cannot see.
Oh, yes, I memorized light for this occasion,
Who did?
I believe. The cleric did.
Barney
memorized
doesn't
light.
need a memorized light.
Why?
He has the power to cast it, I believe. I thought it was one of his innates. That's what he was using. Let me check.
I didn't see that. Alright, I
Oh.
just saw that he had it as one of his spells.
He's level 1. All his spells do. Level 5. No, he doesn't get a light spell. I thought he did.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and cast light.
Okay.
And I'll just cast it on his weapon.
How long does that last?
Let's see.
I think it's a couple of turns or something. 3 turns.
1
I don't
hour
know.
plus 1 turn per level.
So what level is him? Third or
Fourth
fourth?
level.
So 100 minutes.
That's not very long. I thought it would last longer than that. I guess I
No.
was thinking continual light. Okay,
That's
well,
not-
in that case, I'll just hang on to the light spell and use a torch instead. So I'll subtract the torch off of Brother Peony's.
Okay. That will last you 30 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay, well, that's what.
All right, so you guys go north. Come to the first passage going to the northeast after the Ghoul Ghast area. And you can see up ahead the octagon-shaped room. You can see with your light, you can see that there is some rubble on the floor. And in the back, you can see what looks like a chair or a throne or something. But as you approach with your light, you can start hearing some chittering noises coming from the inside of the room. Lots of them. What are you going to do?
Are you asking specifically, or the party in general?
I'm asking, what are you guys going to do? You're
I say
approaching the
let's-
room. You're hearing chittering from the room as the light moves into the room.
Put out the light.
Yeah, back off with the light and let one of the guys that has night vision get closer. I mean, I can see in there. So I'll go up to the entrance of the room and look in.
Okay. The ceiling looks like it's parts of it is broken off and collapsed into the floor. That's what the rubble is. And you can see all up in this. The entire ceiling is giving off heat, as in there's some sort of little. And in the heat, there's probably about a foot long. Some of them a little bigger, some of them smaller. Creatures all along the ceiling. You're not sure what they are, but you know there's the ceiling has got a lot of them on it.
Oh, I bet they're sturges.
Sturges make chittering noises?
Sure, I guess. Anytime there's stuff hanging from the ceiling making chirping noises like that, I just think it's a sturge.
Now,
I think it's bats.
Sturges look insecty. I mean, that's I've always kind of given them that sort of insect sort of sound, and that's what they sound like. So I basically just told you what they were, but I probably shouldn't.
Okay. So, you guys want to deal with the Sturges or back off? Since they're not active.
You said there's a throne in there?
Chair, something in the back. You're not sure what it is.
Do we want to let you take a closer look?
I could have a sleep spell ready to try to sleep as many as possible, just in case they wake up and come in.
I can go invisible and see if I can sneak in there and check it out.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And I'll just stand in the entryway, in case he gets into danger.
Alrighty, so who's
Okay, so
going?
it's only 30 feet. Garten.
Okay. Yeah.
Going invisible, he's going to move around and try to do it quietly.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a move silently check in the tower. So you can see, as you move into the room, it's a partially destroyed stone chair it's in the center in the back. It is hewn of some kind of, you're not really sure the color because you're using infravision. But it's stone. Both the arms are broken off, the seat is chipped, and a piece is missing from the back. That's what a lot of the rubble is on the floor. The ceiling is about 30 foot high. And you too can see the wriggling heat forms above the room. And you can smell rotting flesh. It's like there's carrion in here somewhere. It just smells like rotting flesh in there. You do notice a glint of metal scattered throughout the floor. You look down and it looks like some copper coins and some other ones kind of spread around on the floor.
I'm going to continue checking out the throng around, or chair, whatever it is.
Looking for.
Yeah. See if it looks like it moves or anything like that. Checking around the base.
Give me a percentile on the tower, please.
Find remove traps?
No, just a percentile. Oh no, go ahead and use that. Yeah, we'll use that. That's a good number to use. Oh my goodness. So you're eyeballing the area backside of the chair, looking for maybe traps or other things. And as you kind of catch out of the corner of your eye the back wall. It looks like there is a tiny little crack that goes in the shape of a door on that back wall. Right about there. Let me just do it this way.
Okay.
But you didn't find any traps anywhere.
Right.
You found that.
And you said the debris in the floor is coming from the ceiling?
Some of it is. Some of it's from the chair itself.
Gotcha.
Like the arms and the back piece, like half of the back piece is broken off.
Oh, I'll listen at the door to see if I can hear anything on the other side, just in case.
Okay. Give me that check in the tower, please.
And Bill, you did not summon your familiar yet, or whatever.
No, not yet. I was going to scribe that in the book first, and then give some thought to what I was going to do.
Yep.
Did I not answer your question? You did not hear anything.
I didn't hear anything about.
Yeah, I figured because you weren't responding. So yeah, you didn't hear anything.
Okay. And you said I could smell carrion. Do I see any corpses or anything around?
No, but you as you move through the room, there's poop on the floor, and it smells like it's coming from that. And looking at it, it looks like it's just brown, almost solid chunks of whatever it is. But at one point it was liquidy.
Is surge poop called guano, or is it
No.
just?
It's called sturge poop.
So can we get an idea of how many sturgeon or things are on the ceiling? Looking up there.
Give me a percentile roll in the tower, please.
I used to have a percentile down here on the bottom. I guess I got rid of it.
Yeah, I did that. I put the percentile down the bottom too for just that reason. You count you count them, and you think there's about 40 of them.
Okay. I'm going to move back to the party. I'm going to give you a silent.
Okay. As you're moving back, go ahead and give me a silent check. As you are moving back, you see a cluster of coins, and you're going to just kind of walk past them, and then you notice a silver glint within that kind of collection of coins. But this one didn't have a center, and you look closer, and it looks like it's kind of a silver ring laying in the goop of poop and coins.
We'll have to check that out. Ooh, shiny.
Snatch it up.
Yep.
It looks like a silver ring with kind of a white star-shaped gem on top of it.
Okay. I head back towards the party.
Yeah, this is probably a good room to use a detect magic in, if we can do it without raising the ire of the inhabitants.
So I tell the party about the not so secret door in the corner over there, and tell them I counted about 40 something on the ceiling. But there are coins and things scattered about, and this nifty little ring was over there.
Okay, I'll eyeball the ring, and I'll ask Baez what his thoughts are on it.
To Grimlock, it looks like a very expensive golden ring with a very fancy starfire gem on top of it, which is not very common. Baez, what are you doing?
I'll have a look at it.
Give me a spell craft check. I dragged that out until I got it.
You said spellcraft, right?
Yeah. Do it in tower, please. You suspect that this ring is not just a simple piece of jewelry. You can, as you hold the ring in your hands and turn it around and look, you're catching glimpses of, arcane runes within the stone and playing across the actual ring itself as you're touching it and moving it around.
Oh, yep, it's magic.
All right.
Should we find out what it does?
I don't think we can without identifying it, right? Or do you have identify memory?
You can certainly play with magic items.
Yeah. Put them on, start doing things. There's no, it's not going to be that easy. Yeah. There's not going to be like I thought maybe there might be something inscribed on it that, like the trigger word or.
No, there was no permanent markings on it. It was just whenever you were moving it around, you can see kind of like under the surface, like dark water, and you'd see something kind of go across it. And this is because your ability to see into sort of the magical auras on things. Because you're a wizard, you have a connection to that. So that's the other guys wouldn't have saw that with
Okay.
They wouldn't be able to see that.
All right. All right. Very good. You know what? I'll slip the ring on.
Okay, it fits pretty well. You don't feel any effects when you do that.
Okay, I don't feel like crawling to an underground lake and eating fish or anything like that. Right?
Nope, you sure don't. Did he cut out for anybody else?
I said, can I still see him?
Yes, you certainly can.
Okay.
Let me see.
Starfire.
Yep. Nothing happens when you put it on. But nothing, nothing bad happens.
Okay.
Nothing good happens.
Okay. Maybe I'll think light thoughts and try jumping in the air. Flap my arms too, for good measure.
You guys see Baez kind of jumping around, flapping his wings like a bird.
I think that ring was cursed. He's gone insane.
Hey, this is exact scientific experimentation over here.
And you start hearing
My guy,
the sounds.
My guy, of course, yells. He goes, "I know what it's a chicken ring."
You hear the Peter Pan, I can fly song. But he doesn't.
Oh, well. All right.
And I just look at Baez and I'm like, you went to school for this.
Oh, yeah. We took a whole class in this.
You paid money for that.
Oh, no. I got a scholarship. I'm smart.
Okay, that's what you call it?
Yep. Okay. No. Okay. Is there anything metallic nearby besides armor that's on?
Anything besides the stuff people are
Got
carrying
money.
on them?
Yeah. I don't want to go touch somebody's armor, but like, is there? I forgot what was around. Is there something in the room that's metallic? I'm looking around.
Well, you're in the hallway away from the octagon room because you require a
right.
light source with
Yep.
Barney. So
That's right. Okay.
So you guys are just in the hallway. So whatever you got, it's on your person.
Okay. Well, I'll just
you
take
do
it
have
off.
the gold. You do have the gold cup and the onyx stones, or at least Garden has them.
Yeah.
But the cup is definitely metal.
Okay. Well, I don't want to.
Were the stones set into the cup?
Nope, they were just inside.
Okay,
it.
they were separate.
Yep.
All right. I'll stop screwing around with this thing because my luck, it'll set off a lightning bolt and it'll fry all of us. So I'm just gonna. I'll take the ring off. We'll put that into group for now until we can figure out how it does. Yeah, I know, but it's. I'm just fearful that something's gonna happen. Like, maybe I turn into a giant cannibalistic chicken, or a fireball goes off, or somebody else turns into a donkey. We don't need that.
So what I will do is first I'm going to clear out your blank slots in your inventory. I'm going to put it in your inventory because there is no party loot. Remember that. That's kind of a non-existent thing.
Okay.
I put the cup up there earlier for him to grab and put it in his inventory. He never did.
I tried. I wouldn't let me take it.
Just got to grab the little shield and drag it to your inventory.
So, Bill, I need you to do me a favor since I put in your inventory. Um, it's done some things in your character sheet. Just pretend like you don't see that. If you don't see it, that's fine. But if you do, just realize you can't see that. You don't know what
Okay.
that is. It's because
I
it's.
won't go looking.
Yeah, I probably should throw it in, but I mean, you're gonna see it, but just your character doesn't know that. So
I'll pretend.
what I probably should do is have it to where if an item is not identified, it doesn't put its features in the powers tab. But for now, that's just gonna happen.
Yep.
All right, so you put it in your pocket, and you guys still hear the faint chittering sounds in there.
Yeah, we need to go check out that secret door. So do you want to go and visit into there? I'll keep watching the entrance, and if I sense that those I'm watching the sturges or the whatever's on the ceiling to make sure they don't act threatening. If they do, I'm gonna hop in there and protect him.
All right, I'll move silently back across here and see if I can figure out how to open that secret door.
Okay, give me a check. You begin moving across the room, and you kind of slip and stumble on a kind of pile of rubble, and scatters and crackles across the floor, and the sturges above you kind of all start making a lot more noise, and seem to be moving a lot above your head.
They're just moving. They're not actually. They haven't released from the ceiling and come down yet, have they?
All you see is the ceiling is just kind of all aflutter with some action going up on the ceiling. And you kind of hear some poop hitting the floor, a little bit more activity than you used to. What is the next thing you want to do?
I'll stand still for right now. See if they calm back down.
Well, they don't seem to be calming down. In fact, they're going to calm up. If any of you guys ever watch Stargate, you know what that's from. Probably none of you know what I'm talking about.
Don't remember that.
Tilk said that. He said something. Daniel Jackson said things are going to calm down. He said they're going to calm up. But they seem to all be kind of moving around, and they start fluttering around the ceiling. And then several of them drop off and start flying down the hallway towards the direction of the faint light off in the distance. And as they do, the first person that they're going to come in contact with is Grimlock. And you see about 8 of these things come swooping out of the room, Grimlock.
Yeah, man, I'm waiting for that. So I've been watching that ceiling, so I'm ready to swing at whatever comes.
Right. And what is Baez and Barney and Miramar going to be doing?
Casting sleep.
Okay.
Arrow drawn, ready to fight.
Okay. And Gartner, are you going to hang out in the corner of the room and let the party deal with the Sturgis as they come out?
Yeah, I'll watch and see if they need help.
Okay.
I hate Sturgis. Hate them.
Feeling they're not going to like them either. Second as these load. This is taking a while. Alrighty. So I need everyone to give me initiative, please. There is no surprise. You guys are looking for them, and they heard you.
Hold on, I'm having a hard time with my character sheet here.
Mine was sluggish too, right there.
It
Is
took
that
a
what you're having?
while. It took a while, and I'll tell you why later.
Okay. Oh,
I
bet
know
I
why.
know why. There's 40 of them.
You had a lot of mobs to roll initiative for.
Yeah. Bias, are you still having problems? There you go.
Yeah, I got it. I just couldn't figure out how to get back in the mode where I could find the initiative die thing for my spell.
Oh, it should be the action mode. Yeah, that's what you want. Whenever I play a wizard, I always use action mode just because all I want is the buttons.
Yep, that's what I usually have it in.
Alrighty, so I'm going to reveal these guys because they're all swooping down. There's in fact 7 of them. And
I only see 6.
oh, yeah, there is 6. The other one rolled worse than 1.
Okay.
First one is going to try to stick and misses. The next, let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. All 5 of them are attacking Grimlock. Just going to target him. Do this. Them all at once. That's a miss. That's a miss. That is a hit on the 4th one. I'm going to go ahead and do all of them first. 4, 5. So only one of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Alright, so 2 of them hit. The last one hit as well. Effing Sturgis. Where did that come from? It gave me an error message, said that can't received non-combat chat language.
It's weird.
From an orc. Language orc message. Effing Sturgis. That is weird. Who did that?
It was me.
Okay, yeah, it's weird. It's showing up as the language. I've never seen that error message, but did you guys see that?
No.
It
No,
must
I
have
don't see
to
it.
the console then. Sorry, distracted. So I do piercing damage twice from the proboscis stabbing you, and you are going to have 2 Sturges attached to you.
Okay.
I'm gonna flip through all their actions because I just used one dude to do that. And Baez, you see at least 6 Sturges, possibly more. It's kind of dark, shadowy, and they're just flittering all over the place. They're flying all around Grimlock. It looks just like a swarm of them are just stabbing and trying to bite him. They use these long sort of noses, and they're trying to poke through his armor. It looks like 2 of them have got through.
All within 30 feet of each other, right?
Yeah, so is Grimlock, and yeah.
Okay, sleep spell.
And give me a dice, please.
Do I just try? How do I
2d4.
target them in the combat?
2d4.
Oh, all right. Yep.
So 6 of them, and that's going to affect 3 of them. So target Sturge 1, 2, and 3. Control left click on each one of them, and then click the
There we
effect
go.
and cast a spell. That's 3 of them just kind of crash to the ground. All right, next. Garten, you're back there by the secret door, kind of just watching your party fend off.
Does it look like they're having any kind of problems?
From where you're at, you saw several of them swoop down and attack Grimlock, and 3 others just kind of fell out of the swarm and hit the ground.
Are any more headed that way?
You're not sure. You can still see them flying around in the ceiling. They're just kind of all swarming around the top of the ceiling. So right now, this moment, no.
I'm going to start headed back towards the party.
Okay.
That's what I'll move and hold my initiative till the end in case the dwarf needs any help.
So that's going to be, let's see, lock.
Don't worry. Because he'll have moved probably more than half his move.
Yeah, it'll put you at 40 feet to move from the secret door to there, to at least where Grimlock is. And I'm giving the benefit of the doubt because the other guys are right next to him too. So it'll be, 40 to 60 feet from where you're at.
Yeah.
And hold on. We've got 2 additional Sturges that show up before he goes. And they are swooping down at Miramar. And why is my control left click not working? Why is that? It's not letting me target you guys with control left click. No? I don't know why. Okay. So I'm going to use this one dude to fight you. He's going to try to stick you. Oop. His proboscis pierces your chainmail or your leather armor. The other one misses. Take 2 damage, and you have a Sturge attached to you. That is Miramar. Now Barney can go.
Is he in melee range of any of the?
There is one flying around Miramar. Sturge number 10.
Mm-hmm. All right, I will attack Sturge number.
That is a hit. Does 4 damage.
Okay, Grimlock has these things all around him. So, which I know I can't
there's
attack
2
the
that are
ones
stuck
that
to
are
you.
on me.
Sturge 7, Sturge 6 are attached to you. 5, 3, 2, and 1 are near you.
Okay, and are these like low hit die guys that I can attack multiple, or are they not?
No.
Okay. All right, so you said 5, 3, 2, and 1s are ones that I can swing at, right? And 3, 2, and 1 are asleep. So 5 is the one that's threatening.
Right. The other 3 are
range.
3, 2, and 1 are laying at your feet. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Hang on just a second.
That is it. And you took him out with 1 blow. Miramar.
They're stuck to us. Like, I mean, is there an ability to swing it? The ones that are stuck to it.
Well, if they weren't attached to your back side, you could certainly try. But the one that's on you is in the middle of your back, right below your backpack. He's kind of just stabbed you back there. Okay. And he's clinging to you.
Then I'm gonna take a shot at the one I can see.
Okay, let's see.
10.
Number 10, yep. Oh, you're using a longbow? Oh, yeah. Gotcha. That's it. That's a crit. That's like the 5th crit tonight, man. Alright. You know what? Hold on a sec. I'm gonna turn it on to where you guys, for now. Huh. Oh, I'm not gonna do that. I gotta look at that. I'm gonna make a note. 1 sec. Alrighty, and lastly, Sturge number 8 has been swooping around by himself. He is going to 1, 2, or there's 4 of you that are visible. Going for number 2, that is Miramar. This is roll initiative.
Yeah. Is Brother Bjarni in range to heal Grimlock?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Alright, looks like everybody's rolled. Baez, you go first.
Okay. I'll try to target the biggest group of them again that aren't asleep.
Okay.
So who would that be? 10, 8, 6? Somebody like that?
Well, as you guys have been fighting, it seems like more and more are showing up. In fact, there's a lot of them popping out of the shadows coming from that room. So if you want to select a chunk of them,
All right. The ones that are I can see that there's several attached to some of the guys that are fighting.
And those are the ones that have the largest swarm of creatures around them. Like Miramar and Grimlock, the majority of those Sturges that are flying around, if you don't show them, well, you can't see them targeting. Like Sturge 6 and Sturge 16 and Sturge 7 are all attached. Those guys are surrounded by several other Sturges because they're all kind of swarming around the ones that have already been staked.
Yep. So I'm gonna target them on Grimlock. I'm centering the spell right near him to try to get those to fall asleep. Hopefully it doesn't make him fall asleep, but hey, I'll do my best. So what numbers would they be on Grimlock so that I can target? You want me to make that roll, right?
Yeah, you need to do a 2d4 first. Six again, so it's 3 more. Pick the ones. It's gonna be. Where were they? They were the low numbers. So 3, 6, 4, and 12. 3, 6, 4, and 12 are the ones that actually you can only do 3. So 3, 6, 4, or 3, 6, 4, 12. Any of those are definitely around him. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to affect, since you can't target a person with this spell, you target an area with this spell, it's going to affect the ones that have the least hit dice, and the ones that are drinking are gaining. So it's going to affect the ones that are flying, not the ones that are on them.
Okay. Well, it's, it'll do what it does.
Yep.
You said 4, 6, and 12. So I got to get rid of 2.
But just 3 of them. So I think 2 was also one of them. No, 2 is already asleep, so you don't want to do him again.
Right. Yeah. No, I had him targeted before. I had to untarget the other guys. Is there a way to untarget everything easily for the future?
Yeah, there is. There's a button for that.
I know how to do it on my side. I don't know how to do it on your side. But there's on. Let me look at my stub client. One sec.
Well, there used to be when I was playing the cleric. There was a button to target all friendlies, a
That's
button
on
to
the
target
map.
all enemies, and a button to deselect.
Yeah,
all
that's the map,
dudes.
and he doesn't have the map. No, there is not. That is pretty crappy, but I can do it for you. Alrighty, so 3 more drop out of the air and hit the floor. It looks like you slept 3 twice. He was already asleep, or
Did I?
did you just do it twice?
No. Yep, it looks like I slept him twice. Why was he slept? You said 4, 6. I targeted the wrong one, didn't I? Damn it.
I'll remove that one, and you can. What was it, 12 you didn't get? No, 12 is
Yeah, I
not the
think it
one.
was 12.
Retarget 12 and just hit the sleep thing on him. The only way, and I'm looking at your, without the map, this is something else I'm going to have to change. The client side's combat tracker does not have a remove all or target options. I'm going to look at that because on the my DM side, I have a button that's just like untarget everything. What I need to do
Okay.
is
Yep.
add something like that for you guys on the combat tracker somewhere. Alrighty. If you are done, next person. Alrighty, Sturge number 9 is going to randomly pick somebody. It's going to pick Grimlock. Nat 20, that's a hit. He bites you with his, or stabs you with his proboscis and attaches it to you. And I'm going to target him with you, so I remember this. Sturge number 3 is asleep. Sturge 18 is not. He's going to try to pick a target. That is going to be Bias. Attacks Bias. And misses. Look at that. Wow. Sturge 17 is not asleep. He's going to pick a target. Number 2 is Miramar. Oof, nat 20. Golly. That's a stick. Bites you for 1 and attaches to you. Sturge number 10 is going to pick a target. Oh, he's going for Grimlock. Miss. Sturge number 8 is not asleep. Who's he going to go for? Golly, these people do not like you, man. Grimlock again. It's a miss. Sturge number 6 is slept. Sturge number 15 is not. He has no target. He's going for Miramar. And he misses. Miramar, your go.
Yeah, I mean, looking at this, I'm actually gonna make my way away. I want to head away down the hallway back towards.
You want to run? Is that what you said? Or you want to do a fighting retreat? Fighting retreat,
No,
you
I
move
want
your
to
move
run.
base. Okay, full blown run.
Yep.
Okay, so I've got there's a lot more still flying around. I'm not gonna make them all attack you, but at least 2 of them are gonna get a bite at you as you run, just haul ass away. You okay with that?
Yep.
All right. So Sturge 11 gonna try to bite you. This. And then Sturge 13 is going to get a free attack at you. He misses too. Now you guys can hear all the attacks I've turned on So you guys can see all the shit too now? All the attacks and stuff? The output? Yeah. Alright, so you want to move your full move base?
Yeah, I mean, I want to get out of this swarm.
Okay. So that would be 240. Your move base is 12, right?
It's 9 right now.
Okay, so that would be 180. You can move 180 feet. That all will put. If you ran straight back to the way you came, that you're right at the base of the stairs to go to up to the upper temple. If you want to run all the way that far back, and if that's what you want to do, I just need to know so I
I
can.
think I
Move.
want to make it to these crossroads right here. Basically, I can still see the hall to make sure people are following.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, hey, we need to get out of this swarm. There's no point in staying in the middle of it.
Okay. Just remember, you still have the one on your back, and you can feel him just back there jabbing you. So.
Yep.
Okay. And I've moved you there. And if you are done, advance to the next person. He is asleep. He is asleep. 16 is not. He's going to pick a target, and it's now 3 people. I need to just have a D3 on my board. Going for number 2, which is going to be Barney. Missed. Number 12 is slept. Number 11 is not. He's going to pick a target. That is going to be Grimlock. And he hits. Stabs him. He's asleep. And Garden.
So I can see that there's quite a few around the party, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many's left on the ceiling?
You don't see anymore. You see a lot of them swarming around. Some of them are sticking to your friends, and you can see about 6 of them laying on the floor.
Yeah, that's 6 I could drop in the bucket. So
it's not 40, but it's a lot.
Who's the closest party member to me?
Grimlock, immediately in front of you.
All right.
And he's got let me tell you how many he's got stuck on him. Let me see. He's got 2 of them attached to him.
Are they where he can reach them, or are they on his back?
One of them's on his back. One of them's kind of on his shoulder.
I'm going to try to grab the one on his back.
Okay.
I'm not going to swing at it because I might hit him. But
right. I will, since you're invisible and you're coming from behind, I will go ahead and give you the +4 to grab him. So you're going to roll to hit. These things are really wriggly, so you're still going to need to roll to hit. And it would be Sturge number 9 is the one on his back.
You said number 9? Find it. There it is. Had to do a little bit of scrolling.
Yeah. That's a lot.
And just a straight up 20-sided, right?
Yes.
There's a THACO button somewhere. There it is.
It's on the front page, yep. That hit an AC 5, so you grabbed a hold of it and you're going to try to pull it off. So
pull it off, yep. And hopefully, wring its neck in the process.
So what I need you to do is give me a strength check. I'll make a strength check for him out in the open. He failed his by 9. Let's see if you fail yours. You succeeded by 7. So you pull him off. You get him off. He is in your hands, and he's like the alien with the little squeaky trying to get his thing in your mouth, he's trying to, he looks like he wants to stab you. But you've got him
Try and
off.
pop his head off.
You're when you say pop his head off, oh, what do you mean?
Separate his head from his body.
Pull him apart?
Pull him apart, yeah. Like you do a
Uh,
chicken. Aren't these about chicken sized?
they're a little smaller. About the size of a
Yeah.
large rat with wings. Well, your action for this round is to grab it and pull him off.
Right.
So you've done that.
Gotcha.
Next round, you can try to pull his head off.
I guess I'm visible now.
Yes, you are.
All right.
And keep that Sturge targeted so I don't forget who you're messing with. Too.
Gotcha.
And now we have 4 targets. Again, I'm going to roll a d4. It's 2, which is... Now that you're in the front, Grimlock is number 2, so of course they're going to go for him. That misses. Sturge number 13 is not slept. He's going to pick a target. Number 4, that is Baez. Baez can look out. Oh, nope, he did not look out. You are stabbed, and 1 is attached to you. I'm going to target Baez. Oh, that did it. All right, and 7 is still there. Roll d4 to see who we're going to pick. Oof, Baez again. Ooh, that's a hit. Yeah.
Damn.
And you have another one attached to you. I will target Baez. Why doesn't... I really don't get why... Why the targets won't change. I'm about to figure
Looks
out
like
why
all
that...
the damage went to Grandma.
Oh, it did. Yeah, so did the attachment. God dang it. I will fix that, but I will do this and that. And Bias should have 2 on him as well. Not. So 2 of them attached to him. And then I will fix. Grimlock has 1 less. Those. And he took. She doesn't have anymore. 2, 3. Grimlock shouldn't have 3 attached. He has 2 attached. Actually, he has 1 attached because you pulled 1 off of him. You pulled off 9, right?
Yes, sir.
I think I got it all sorted. Barney.
He's casting heal on Grimlock. You said he was in healing range.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Yeah, the only person that's not in heal range is, or the only 2 is Garten and Miramar.
All right, Grimlock is swinging. Which ones are awake and in melee range and are not attached? Is it 9?
9 is in Garton's hand.
Oh,
The one he
gotcha.
pulled off of you.
In fact, the other one that was attached to you? Where is it? I'm trying to find it in the list. Detached. It looks like it's full, fat, and happy, and it's kind of buzzing away off into the ceiling. That was the one that came off of your shoulder. He pulled the other one off your back. So you don't have any attached to you. I'm double checking where the other ones. Miramar still has one, and Baez has two. Okay, we're good. Yep.
So, which ones are in melee range that are not fat and
Anything?
happy and are not asleep?
Can you see what they have targeted? I don't know if you can see what they have targeted. Can you?
I do not see what they have targeted. Sorry, I'm just looking at the combat tracker. Is there something else I should be looking at?
No. Yeah, I thought maybe it showed, but you're right, it doesn't. 9 and 18 and 17 and 10 and 8 and 15.
Okay.
Again, 9 is in Garton's hand.
Right. Yep.
Okay, so I'll attack 18. That's the first on my list here.
Oof. That's it. I'll take it out. Our sounds are back. All right, second attack. Wait, you get 2 attacks.
Why do I get 2 attacks?
This is your second round. You swung last time, right?
Yeah, but it has to be on the same. Yeah, but it has
Oh,
to be
yeah.
on the same
You're
guy.
right. You're right. Yeah, you are correct. Roll initiative, please. And Bias, his son is, or somebody is sick at his house, so he's AFK. Hopefully, he won't come back dead.
Initiative time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, did you not hear the bell?
Sorry. No, clean feed had stopped working.
Died on. Gotcha. Sorry. Oops. Fuck. I just popped my contact out. God damn it.
Oops.
Yeah. I fucking hate contacts.
That twice.
So I need about 5 minutes. I'll be back. We were rolling initiative. Yes. Looks like everybody's rolled. Our first person is Sturge number 8, who is going to pick a target. Well, this music is much better than I was playing, which was nothing. This is going toward Bias.
It sounds pretty epic.
It does, doesn't it? I like it. It sounds deadly, and this one misses. Miramar, you take 3 damage from the one that's stabbing you. What you gonna do?
Alright, I'm gonna lean up against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
To kind of basically position it to some degree to where it's kind of hold it up against the wall. I want to take my sword and kind of more or less try to peel it off, running it across my back, trying to peel it.
You want to like use the corner of the wall to kind of hold it in place and then use your sword to try to get it off?
Yeah, kind of like if you had a scabbard on your back, we're going to sheath it straight down the back. Instead, I'm going to pull it across my back, basically to see if I can pull it off.
Okay, all right. I'm not going to make you do a roll to hit, but I will make you do the only thing I can do this with is a strength check, so do that, and I will make him do a strength check as well, and we'll see where that goes for him. I'll do mine out in the open. Yeah, because we need to see who succeeds by what. You failed. He succeeded by 8, so he definitely is still hanging on there.
Alright.
And that is your action. Sturge number 16. Let me roll through here. I want to make sure I'm not giving these guys extra attacks, because I should have one that has targeted Miramar. I don't see it. So Sturge number 18 is going to be Sturge 18 is dead. Sturge 16 is going to be the one that has Miramar. It does already. I'm an idiot. Yeah. Okay. So 15.
Are you sure you got that contact back in?
Yes, I do. I was looking at all the ones but the one that actually had action going that turn, so that's why I didn't notice. All right, so 15 is not slept. He's not attached. He is going to pick target number 1, which is our favorite little rogue. And now he's going to make an attack. And he hits. He stabs him. And he's attached. Oh my god. What are you going to do? Number 14. He is not attached. He's going to pick a target. That's number 2. That is the dwarf. Oops. That's just as good. And he misses. 13 doesn't have a target. He picks one. Number 3, which is Barney. And he hit with a natural 20. Wait a minute. This one's attached to bias. We'll have to use the next one. So that was actually number 11. And I need to do his attachments. He takes damage. He gets the proboscis in the butt. Barney's spell is interrupted. Oof. Sucks. That one is slept. Barney was going to cast a spell. He can't. It is interrupted. Yeah, that's his action basically is fucked.
And then need to ditch the spell too, right?
Yes, because it was lost. And you can move it to the next person when you're done doing all that.
Oh, is it his turn? Sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Number 4 is slept. 12 is slept. 2 is slept. 11 is attached to Barney. He is not going to do anything. Garten.
All right. I just want to try and kill this scourge I've got in my hand. Whether
Okay.
that entails me trying to cut off his head with the short sword I got in my other hand, or however you want to say.
If you want to try
kill
to
him.
pull his head off, you can. I'm going to make you make a strength check, and if you fail, that's your action, and it doesn't do anything. If you succeed, you'll pull his head off, and it'll be dead.
Oh, what the heck? Let's roll the dice here.
All right, go for it. Give me a strength check. It's going to be -2.
Ah, you didn't say nothing about a minus.
No, I did not. But I just did. It's hard. It's not easy. You're trying to kill him instantly. Nah, I should have told you, but yeah.
that's
If
right.
you want to change your mind, it's going to be at a -2.
I made it
You
by
made it.
4.
Yes, you did. So that was number 9. And you have slain him by pulling his head completely off like a chicken. So I'm going to remove him.
And Garten cackles maniacally.
Baez, are you back?
I'm here. I'm gonna sleep the one that's on my ass, I guess.
You're going to try to sleep the one that is on your ass.
Well, I figured they're flying around biting people, and I got one on me, so I may.
You
as
got
well
2 of
center
them
the
on you,
sleep spell
actually.
Here. Oh,
You
cool.
have
All right,
2
well,
of them. All right, give me a
why don't I
2d4.
try centering the-
So 5. That's going to be the 2 that are on you. So what that means is they slip off. The proboscises are detached. And I'm going to find the 2 that were on you, which is sturge 7 and 13. Target those 2 and put the effect sleep on them.
7 and 13.
Mm-hmm. Well, this music is awesome. I like it. Seven and 13. You had 7, 13, and 12 targeted.
I didn't mean to do that.
That's all right. 12 was
How the
already
hell did I pick
asleep.
up 12?
He probably it's
Okay.
from targeting previously. I'll just clear the extra effect. But all right. When you're done, move it to the next person. So we have a sturge that is not attached. He is going to pick number 2, which is Grimlock. Try to attach him. Doesn't do it. Sturge number 7 is asleep. That's asleep. Sturge number 10 is not asleep. He is not attached. He's going to pick a target. Number 2, which is... God, they hate you. But they can't hit you, Grimlock. Oh, this one did. Alright, he's stuck to you. That would be Sturge number 10 is now attached to Grimlock. Sturge number 1 is asleep. Grimlock. Wait a minute. Hold on. Why didn't it put that effect on you? I clicked the button. You're supposed to have... It did the damage to you, didn't it?
Yeah, shows damage, proboscis type. Piercing
But it didn't do
1d.
damage to him. I thought I had him targeted. What am I doing wrong tonight? I'm doing something goofy. Yeah, it didn't put the damage on him. That time it did. And now okay, he's got the effect. Okay. There we go. Alright, now you can go. Sorry.
Alright, just give me a number. 11? Is that a good one?
You starting from the top?
Yeah, I always start from the...
11 is on Barney.
Up.
11 is on Barney. Let me go through the list of ones that aren't attached.
Yep.
14, number 14 is not attached. Neither is 8.
Okay. Alright, so we'll go with number 8 since he's at the top of my list right now.
Nat 20. Take him smooth out. Oh man, look at that damn. And I'm gonna let you. I know we've said that if they're not the same, but in this case, and I'm using quotes since you're a swarm, I'm gonna let you have more than one attack because it kind of makes sense that you would be able to swing.
I'll do the second attack against Sturge 16. That's the next one on the list.
14 is not attached.
Okay,
14. I don't know where 16 is. Yeah, I don't see 16.
I think it's attached to Bias.
Oh, it's attached to Miramar.
Miramar.
And that's a hit too. And you killed that one. So let me look. Before you roll, 1 second.
Okay.
Before you roll, double checking because I think they're either oh nope, there's still one. Everybody's got to roll initiative. Sturge 17 is the only one that's not attached and not asleep. Everybody else has either stuck to them or something like that. Alright. And Sturge number 1 is asleep. Garten.
Alright, so I've got one stuck to me. Where is it at?
It is Sturge number 15.
And can I reach it?
You can. It's on your. Let me hold on. I should have this. There. That is going to be your left leg. It is on your left leg, so you can either stab it or try to yank it off.
I'm going to try to pull it off.
Okay. I am going to give a Sturge a strength check. He failed it by 2. You made it by 5. You pulled him straight off. So I'm going to detach the proboscis. And... I am going to... Hold on before we move. Remove that one's target. Sturge number 14 is dead. And Miramar, your go.
I'm gonna try to do the same thing.
All right. How do we do that? Do a strength check versus? Yeah. Okay. I'll do his. You do yours. He failed by 8. He fell by 5, but you beat his, so I'm gonna let you pull him off. And he is flopping around on the ground trying to get upright so he can take off. And that is your action. Sturge number 3 is sleep. Sleep. 15 is not attached to anybody. I think this was the only one that didn't have a target. No, that 15 and 17 are ones that didn't have targets. So we're gonna roll a dice. It's gonna be number 3, which I'm pretty sure that is Barney. He missed. 13 is asleep. Sleep. 10 is gotta have a target. Target of Grimlock. It is Barney's turn.
Okay, he did not get interrupted this time, so he's going to heal.
Okay.
Can he heal everybody from where he is?
He can't heal Garten. He can heal Grimlock and Baez.
I'll
He's
go ahead
standing.
and heal Baez. Baez looks like he's on his last leg.
I wish I could narrow the buzzes down to just a couple on the background music. Sturge number 6 is asleep. 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 11 has got to have a target. He does. He is not going to do anything. 17 doesn't have a target. Yep. He is going for number 4, which is Baez.
Oh, 17 was the one with me, though, right?
Oh, was it? Okay. Yeah, then he's
Which
going
one
to...
was the one with me?
Oh no, it's 16. 16's on you. I still have it on your target. Yeah, 17 wasn't. So this one's stuck Baez. You take the damage. You take the effect, and he is going to target you, so we know who is on. And 16 is the one that's near Miramar, and he is going to leap up, catch flight, and try to attack you again. Actually, you know what? He's not. He was almost full anyways, so he's going to turn and fly away. You get a free attack on Sturge number 16. Alright. AC 10. You would have been at +2 to hit, so that's actually a hit. You hit AC 10, he's AC 8, so with +2 you would have hit. Because his back is to you. You take yours out. Blood flies everywhere. Baez. Still taking damage from 1, apparently.
Alright, pulling it off.
Actually, that is not right. You slept them.
I did sleep.
Oh, no. That is right. That is right.
That's
because
a new one, right?
Yeah, the new one. That's right. Okay, so we're good. We're good. So you can attempt to grab it. Let me see where it's at. Okay, this one's on your left leg too. So you can attempt to grab it. It's Sturge number 17.
What do you need?
Roll to hit. Because you're trying to grab it, and then you'll try to make a strength check and pull it off. Which is what I should have done earlier with Miramar, but I forgot the attack part too, but oh well.
Is there a way to make an attack without the weapon? I guess it doesn't matter.
Yep. Just double click the tackle on your front page. And that hits AC 10?
10.
Which is a miss. Yeah, they got AC 8. So he wriggles out of your hands and you're unable to get a hold of him. And that is your action. And Grimlock has 1 attached. Sturge number 10. And where is he? He is attached to... God, every one of these are left leg. So the one that's stuck to you is on your left leg, Grimlock. Or you can help somebody else. I'm just letting you know where it was at.
Yep. Are there any more flying in front of me that are not attached?
I don't. Let me double check. I don't think so. I think they're all attached to somebody or asleep. Actually, no. 15 is not asleep.
Okay, so I'm attacking 15.
Go for it. That is a miss. New round, roll initiative. If you guys can make it to where there is not a single one, get out of combat. Barney.
Yep, I'm working on it. Trying to figure out what kind of heal I want.
So Barney, does he have one attached to him? He does. Okay. All right, everybody has rolled. Surge 15 goes first, and amazingly, he is not attached to anybody. He goes to Barney. 16. Oh, well, there goes. There goes his spell.
Wow.
And he's attached to him. Yeah. That is all by dice, too, man. God. Alrighty. Slept. 17. That one's on Baez. This one slept. This one slept. Slept. Miramar doesn't take damage. I need to fix that. Alright. Miramar, your go.
Alright, seeing that no one actually left, I will head that way.
You'll run all of that, okay. Yeah. That'll take your full run to move up to... And I'll put you at the back of the party with Baez and Brother Barney. Okay. That'll be your action.
You hear, it's easy to find the party again because you keep hearing the word chicken louder and louder as you get close, and then eventually you realize, oh wait, it's not chicken. He's saying chicken shit.
He'll turn and walk back the other way.
Slow walk, man. Slow walk. Alright. So go ahead and give it to the next person. Alright. He is attached to Barney. Garten, you have nothing stuck to you, I don't think.
No, I've got him in my hand. And I'm going to try to pop this one's head off like a chicken, too. I'm going to try to... In fact, we're going to do the whole wring his neck thing. Spin him around in a circle and see if we can get it to pop off.
Alright, so... go ahead and make the... You have him in your hand, right? We pulled him off last round?
Oh, yeah. Pulled him off last round.
Go ahead and make the strength check -2. You failed. You were spinning him around, and he flies out and goes boom, and takes off.
That's Grimlock. Okay, so I think I'm still swinging at 15, right? 15's not on anybody?
15 was the one that was... Let's see, what are we at? That was... There's been a little mix-up. There was... Garten had that one in his hand.
And he's now flying around again. He just slipped out of my hand.
Yes.
Okay, so I can attack 15?
Go for it.
And this is actually my 2-attack round, right?
Yes.
So
that's a hit.
hits.
Probably will kill it. Yep.
So do you want me to attack another one or no?
I don't. I mean, there's some that are asleep. You can just do damage on one of them, like Sturge number 7. I mean, he's near you. You can just like trying to D-wing him. I killed him. Charge number 10 is Grimlock. That's the one that was stuck to Grimlock. Yeah. This one is 6 is asleep. Sleep. Baez.
All right, try this again.
You're going to try to grab it. Let me make sure I've got the right one. Okay, surge number 17. You're going to try to grab it. Roll the hit. That is a miss.
You hit yourself in the nuts.
Apparently, with a roll like that, shit.
Sorry, daughter was talking to me. What happened? You missed, and we moved to sleeping one. And Barney.
He lost his spell already.
Yeah, he
I've
is.
subtracted it.
Man, I didn't realize that Sturges were this awesome.
Well, when there's a couple of dozen of them, it's like, oh, it's only kobold until 40 of them come around the corner.
Yeah. Sturge number 4 is asleep. There you go. Get on around. And it's really hard for me to keep track of this many creatures. I do not like it. I've made a couple mistakes during this whole thing. I will tell you. But waiting for.
I know.
It wasn't you. I was talking about his bias. Bias. You there?
Sorry. Yeah,
It's
I'm
okay.
sorry. I was having a hard time getting my phone to respond. It started to fall asleep on me. Where the hell? Come on. You know what? There, that's what I was looking for. Okay, there we go.
All right. Sturge 12 is asleep. 1 is asleep. Garton, there is
I'm
none
gonna-
flying.
Try to get the one off Baez because he's looking pretty bad. And I've already pulled one off Grimlock. If he's just going to keep letting them stick to him, he can just deal with it himself.
All right. So the one that's on bias is 17. That's one of them. You're gonna have to make a roll to hit to grab it.
Let me find him.
Yeah. Can you imagine having all these monsters on the map too? It would just be insane.
Now you need a strength check.
Yes. To pull him off. And I will make a strength check for one of these guys. He succeeded by 2. You were not able to pull him off, but you still have a hold of him, so you can make
Still
a
have a
strength check
hold of
next
him.
round. Yep.
Gotcha.
Grimlock.
Are any flying around me, or is it just sleeping ones around me?
1 second.
You need to
It
get the
lo-
one off of you.
Well, right when you get a free attack against the one that was attaching, because it just like it just as you were beginning to act, it detached and was starting to fly away. It looks like its belly is just completely full of your
What
blood.
number is it?
Looks like a
Number
flying
10.
tick.
Yeah.
Number
10.
10. All right, number 10's getting a free.
Yeah, he detached right then. That is a hit. And it dies. I definitely
Big
need
blood
to...
explosion.
Yep. It's a cloud of red cloud of mist.
Okay. So is that was that, you said it was a free attack, so was that my turn or no?
No, that was just a free attack because basically you got an attack of opportunity as it was flying away. It was fleeing with its full gut. So there is no others flying. No. There's sleeping
none
ones all over the
attached to me,
place.
right?
No. The only ones there is 17 is attached to Baez. 11 is attached to Barney. I think that's it. Baez and Barney are the only two that have one attached.
And Brian,
So
Brian, you're trying to deal with the one on Baez?
Yeah, I've got my hands on it. I just wasn't able to pull it off last round.
Okay, I will try and pull the one off of Bjarni then.
It's Sturge number 11. Make a base. Just roll to hit with your Thaco. Like your front. A 2 hits A6. Wow, AC 16 does not hit. You are unable to grab a hold of it. Baez.
Okay. It's just this one on me.
Mm-hmm. Roll to hit. That hit an AC 6, which is good enough. So you got a hold of it. You now want to try to pull it off. That's what you're trying to do, right?
Correct.
Make a strength check. And don't... if you fell by less than... Okay, so you didn't fail as bad as the other guy did, so you were able to pull him off. I actually need to look this up because I'm not sure what happens when both fail, but one fell. I think it's opposing. It just matters who gets better. And in this case, Baez got better. So you pull him off, and he's in your hands. So next round, you can do something with him. Let me remove the effect, and let me untarget him from you so that we... Sturge number 17 is the one you pulled off, right?
I guess so.
Yeah, that was the one that was on him. That's the one I have targeted.
I'm gonna put him in your target. So you both, whoever has him. Wait a minute. So Garton already has that one in his hands, right? Or you were trying to grab it and you didn't?
No, wait a minute.
He grabbed. He did a successful hit, so you could just say his strength check had me helping him pull it off.
Okay, so yeah, if I'd have remembered that you had a hold, because you had a hold of it, you just didn't pull him off, right?
Right.
So I would have let him just pull it off if I had remembered. So in future, if that sort of situation comes up again, let me know. I wouldn't have made him roll to hit. So it is off. And what I'm gonna, and it's in Baez's hands. So Garton, you no longer have it targeted or grabbed. Right. So next. That was your action. That one's attacked. Barney. And Barney takes damage. Technically, Barney shouldn't be able to cast spells at all because he's getting stabbed every time you guys do this. The only reason it's not interrupting the spell is because it goes off the exact same time as initiative starts. So he took like, what was it, 4 damage there? Yeah.
So are you saying I can cast a spell or can't cast
I'm going to let you because I haven't said it otherwise, but going forward, in future, I'm going to tell you, he can't cast. He's got something constantly stabbing him. He's doing damage to him nonstop, which means you can't cast a spell while something's stabbing you.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go ahead and do it right now for now.
He's gonna cast, yeah.
Yep.
And he's going to cast it on himself, I think. Yes, he is. Because he's having problems right now.
Jesus Christ, 18. Surge has just fucked you guys up. I'm looking at your health bars now.
Well, other than the ones that sleep, that's 18 attack rolls.
Yeah.
Averages say you're going to get hits.
Yeah, and they've got good attackos. Believe it or not, I mean they're Their hit dice aren't that great, but their thacos are really good.
They're basically giant mosquitoes.
Yep. Yep. And when you're done, pass it on. There you go. Surge number 17. That is the one that is being held by Bias. So it's going to attack Bias. And that misses. 4 is asleep. Miramar. You see Bias is fighting with one in his hand, trying to hold it as it's trying to stab him with its proboscis.
Don't think I want to take a shot at one.
Shoot it! Shoot it now! Shoot it now!
You could try to stab it too if you want. Slice it in half, maybe.
Just yell out "pull" so he can throw it in the air and you can shoot it out of the air.
Yeah, they did that in Aliens too. They said, "Throw it in the corner, throw it in the corner."
Yeah.
And then they shot it. If Baez wants to do that, I'll let you do it. You just won't have a hold of it next round.
If you want to let it go,
Bill?
set it free.
Are you there, Bill? No, he's muted.
I
Headphones.
think his phone went to sleep again.
I'm going to say that he would do it, so he's just going to just like, he's pointing where in the direction he's going to do it, and then he flings it up in the air, and so your first shot, you get +2. I mean, if you're using your longbow, you get +2 to hit with it.
And this is 17, right?
Yes, I think.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. That is a hit. All right, and your second attack won't get +2, but you certainly can make the second shot. That is a hit as well. Oh! He's just
All
barely
that
hanging
extra
on.
blood he had.
It is, it is. He sucked out a lot of Bias's blood. Sturge, he's asleep. He's asleep. New round, I think. Yep. Roll initiative.
And Brother Bjarni cannot cast spells now, right?
Let me check. I think he's still got one stuck to him, doesn't he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does. Yeah. I didn't do anything to fix that, so.
Yes, he still has one attached to him. So no.
And Grimlock rolled an initiative for an axe, but there's none that are flying. So he's gonna do like a grab on one that's attached to somebody. So does that a different initiative?
You just roll a regular initiative.
Okay, so I'll change his initiative to that. And Bjarni can't cast spells, so he's just gonna grab the one that's on him, so he can roll regular initiative as well, right?
Right. So the only one that has anybody that has any attached is Barney. Barney's the only one that has any. So he's going to be either grabbing the one that's on him, or you're going to, whoever goes first. We'll see.
Yep.
All right. Looks like Barney goes first.
Okay, so he's gonna try and pull this thing out of him.
Okay. He needs to roll a hit to hit it. That's just
So
a basic
THAC-O roll,
attack.
right?
Yep. And he needs to. That's AC2. That he grabs it. Now he needs to make a strength check. And my guy succeeded right at it. You failed. He's still attached. So you weren't able to pull it off.
I rolled a 17 and I failed. That sucks.
Yeah, low is good in this case for strength checks.
Okay. So his turn's over, right?
Yep, he's done. Sleep, sleep. Garden.
All right, so I can see the one still attached to Barney, right?
Yep.
I'm going to go over there and help him try to pull it out of him.
Okay. Just make a strength check because he's still got a hold of it. I shouldn't say that, but he does.
Oh,
wow.
look at that. Success by 12. We pull
so-
it apart.
Yeah, you pull it off, and it's detached. And that is your action.
I'll let you decide who has a hold of it.
That would probably be you. Baez does not have 17 anymore targeted. I think Baez is not actually here. Bill, are you still having issues? I will skip him. I'll put him at 99. I think he's... Oh, fuck. I shouldn't have done that. 17. 17 is still alive, but he has flown the coop and is trying to get away, and he is up in the air because that's the one that Miramar shot. So he is not within melee range of any of you guys. So he is flying out.
That bill just dropped.
Yeah. He probably realized that we couldn't hear him. "13 is asleep. Sleep. Miramar.
I'm gonna go over and try to pull the one out of Brother Rajani.
But
it's already pulled out.
it's pulled off. It's just in his hands.
Oh.
It's Sturge number 11.
So it's in Brian's hands, right?
Who was the last person to pull out? Was Garton the one that pulled it off?
Yeah,
Yes.
Garten.
Okay, so Garton actually has it, but it's Sturge 11.
You want to release that?
Sure. Do the same thing. I point which direction I'm going to throw it and toss it up there so he can shoot it.
+2 to it.
This is 11, right?
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Oh.
Well, that's a miss. You got a second shot. Go for it. That is a hit. Ah! Take it out with one shot. All right. And Grimlock. I think everything else is asleep on the floor.
I'm killing sleeping Sturges, dude. as quick
Sturge
as I can.
stomping time.
Yeah, dude, I am whacking Sturges with enthusiasm.
All right, so there's none left that aren't asleep. So you guys just start stomping heads, chopping them in half, stabbing them with your daggers, smashing them with your staffs, however it is you want to do it. And you quickly dispatch all of them.
It's more fun than stomping baby chickens.
Who stomps baby chickens? That's just...
More fulfilling, that's for sure.
Who stomps
Yeah.
baby chickens? Who
That was-
said that?
That was on the Bob Newhart show or something. Daryl and his other brother Daryl and all them guys. He said that one time.
Wow, I
This is
can't
more
believe
fun
they
than
say
stomping
that.
baby chickens.
God.
So
That's
these
not
ones
mine.
that were full that flew away, I think there was at least one.
Oh, it was only one that got
17.
one or two got away.
Did they
Yeah.
fly into this room? Like up into the ceiling? Or did they fly somewhere else?
They flew away. I mean, when they did, there was a lot of combat going on at the time, so wasn't something you said, "Oh, I'll pay attention where it's going." It just kind of flew off into the darkness.
Okay.
You know,
I guess
You're-
what I'm saying is, in this room, are there any left in here?
in the hallway,
Alive.
there's nothing left alive in the hallway.
I'm going in the room now.
Okay, looking up in the
Garten is
ceiling.
drinking a potion.
Garten is drinking a potion. You do not see any in the room.
Okay. All right. Bjarny's gonna start popping off heals.
Okay.
For people with the spells that he has left.
Man, that was some serious
which
shit.
is not very.
Garten feels much better.
Okay. Bias feels much better. And man, just not a lot of heals left. Wasted a couple.
Yeah, that's why I went ahead and drank the potion so you could cast spells on other people.
Yeah, like Grimlock. Yeah. That's better. And that's all the heals I have left because actually, Bill, do you have your detect magic? Did you memorize?
No, I didn't memorize that.
Okay, I'm casting detect magic in the room.
In the room? Or you cast it on a person. That person looks in certain directions or at items or objects or directions and can see auras and things. So if that's, you don't just cast it in an area.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'll hold off casting it until we check the secret door. But if at some point I'm gonna cast detect magic in here and see what
I'm
we
definitely going
can
to look up at the ceiling and see if there's any more sturges up there. If they
You
came
do
back
not.
here.
You do not see any.
Okay. So
Okay,
I
I'll
go over
start.
to the secret door.
Yeah, and I'll start searching through the guano, looking for coins or any other shinies that are in.
Well, it doesn't. It's not guano. It's sturge shit.
Well,
Stinks.
guano is bad shit, so it's similar.
Sturge turds.
Sturge turds.
I
Yeah.
like that. Sturge turds. That's good. I'm gonna search through the sturge turds.
Sturge turds. And you move to the secret door and begin examining it. You find it swings inward at the bottom when you pull one of the wall stones. It's
I'm going to
counterbalanced to
check and see
swing
if there's
inwards.
any kind of traps around it. But, it's not going to explode or anything like that.
Okay.
He's silent. I'm wondering.
No, I was typing a note to something to look at later. You don't find anything.
I will trigger it and open it up.
You see a hallway immediately on the other side, and it ends in another door that it looks like the backside of the door, like the one you're at. So you suspect it's probably the backside of another secret door.
All right. I'm going to let them do their room check.
You find a couple of copper pieces, Grimlock, about 4 of them, but nothing else.
Okay. Brother Bjarni is going to cast detect magic and walk all around that room, and then walk into the hallway. The wherever Brian is, I'm going to walk into that room as well and check.
Yeah, there's the hallway I've opened up from where I was. So the room itself is not magic. The hallway is not magic.
Okay. Nothing in there shining.
Nope.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure since there was shiny stuff all over the place.
All right, so I'll move up to the other end of the hallway there and listen, see if I hear anything on the other side of the door.
Okay, give me a hear noise. You do not hear anything.
We ready to move on to the next room?
Yeah, I mean, the cleric is completely out of spells at this point, and I know the mage has depleted all the sleeps.
I'm going to move into this hallway and
sure.
shut the secret door. Stay right here.
And then Miramar's low health, and I can't heal him right now, so I don't know. It may be a good time to rest. I'd be honest with you, maybe it's a good time to go to town. I know I have enough experience to level. Some other people may as well. I don't know. It's just a thought.
That town doesn't like us. Remember, it's a den of thieves.
Well, sure, I get that, but it's not like we can just grind the whole Temple of Elemental
The
Evil
entire
without ever leveling.
Sure we can. No problem, dude. You have no faith.
Okay. You're right, I have no faith. And it may have something to do with the fact that I've done this.
Yeah, exactly. The last time we did this, my barbarian tried to do some stupid shit.
I just know that another level's worth of hit points, I'd get some pretty good mileage out of that.
Sure, that'll give him a chance to
keep in mind it'll take at least what level is it? You're going to 4th?
At least a week.
Yeah, it's going to be 2 weeks for that.
For my guy to level?
Yeah.
You got to
2
train.
weeks worth of training.
Well, like I said though, dude, I mean, we can't do the whole temple without ever leveling.
I'm
It
not
doesn't
saying you
work
can't.
like
I'm
that.
just telling you how long it's going to take you to train. If you want to leave
And
in the state that it's in, you certainly can do that. But it's going to take
right.
you at least 2
Am I
weeks.
the only person that has a level coming at this time?
Yeah, I don't think I'm anywhere near it.
I might be close.
Bill's back.
Yeah, sorry, I was having a Discord issue.
I gave you guys experience for the stuff that we've done so far.
Oh,
at least you're
thank
close.
you.
Nope, I still have 1,451 XP to go.
Yeah, I'm about 1,000 away.
Oh, well then we should wait. If we've got, if it's just me, then we'll wait. It's no big deal. But I think we should go rest. What do you think?
That sounds good. Yeah, I've got Flaming Sphere and a Summon Swarm left. But that's about it.
I mean, and we're in a good spot now where I think we can actually rest here because we're surrounded by secret doors.
Garton said that he suggested having you guys in between the 2 secret doors.
Right, and I think his suggestion was good.
I agree.
Oh no,
right.
the dwarf agreed with me. I don't know what to think.
Silence.
Yeah.
All right. So what we'll do is we will probably end it there then. Next week we're not going to play. I've got a get together that Charles and me and probably Robbie are going to be at, so none of us will be here. And Brian may even show up. So
Yeah, I'll show up probably over there after work.
the last thing that I will say is that the detect magic that Barney has definitely indicates that the ring that Bias has is giving off a magic aura.